Give me a sec. I'm going live on 2 stations here. Actually, maybe we should do it like this. There she is. See, I told you she was here. Oh, there we are. Hi, Soul Family. We have Ruthie and I. You're on it, girl, whether you like it or not. She's like, oh my God, we're going that live? Yes, we're going that live. Okay, so we're flipped on the screen. I can turn you if you're very uncomfortable. No, you're okay? Okay. All right, so I'll do it like this. And hi, Julie. Hi, Connie. Hi. Say hi. Hi. All right, so we're going to do our weekly Soul Family meetup. And since we're 5 minutes late, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. So we want you to know, we're going to share this with you. This is a Vata spritzer that I got from a girl who, she makes this herself. I ordered them and I got it at the Goodwill originally, and it's the most incredible smell. You just want to drink it and pour it all over your body. It's a calming aromatherapy, and I need it. So do you want some? So there's that. We're going to light our incense to get the energy going. And Ruthie's going to start with the crystal singing bowl. Okay. I've got to learn to look at both screens. So if you want to see the bowl. So that's to get all of our energy clear. It's kind of, you know what happens, you guys? I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to see what happens. If I go sideways, no, you can't. It says you can't record while the phone's sideways. So I'm going to have to just spin us back and forth with each other in order to do this reading. Okay. So items to choose from. Hi, Lori. Today, what we're going to do, we're going to work with these sacred amulets. It's basically wearable healing jewelry, wearable art as well. The first one is black agate on mink, vintage mink and leather. Beautiful. So think of why you would wear this. First thought that comes to my mind is protection and clear and purifying, because black is protection and the silver is purifying. There's a little bit of warmth in it too, though. So you're doing this not from a place of fear or anger or anxiety. You're doing it because you're just keeping all that gooey, yummy stuff, loving energy safe inside, and only love in, only love out. You can send love out, but only love gets to come in. So I'm protecting myself, but I'm just doing it. I don't have a thought that, I'm going to prick myself against that person or that energy or whatever, because I'm not going to put any emphasis on the negative. Okay. The other item is going to be, this is snake skin and leather and labradorite. So first for me, you pop in whenever you want. Lightning stone is the labradorite. It's the magician's stone. I'm called Little Lightning at Big Thunder. So labradorite is a very important crystal to me. It shoots blue and green. So throat chakra and heart chakra combined. So combining them together, it gets to high heart, which is a really wonderful place to be. Snakeskin to me, it is transformation. I was thinking about this earlier today as I was washing my hands. I was looking at it, and what came right away first, though, was Kundalini. So your Kundalini may be on the rise. Mine definitely is. We're having a new reawakening constantly. We're getting downloads like crazy. I know a lot of people have been, right? Have you been feeling this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
With the alignment.
And right? Your dreams have been off the chain.
Yes.
And we went to an event yesterday at Siona Skies, and it was, that doesn't look too sexy in the screen, does it? Sorry about that. And our friend Maya was there at the event during the meditation. I was like designing things during my meditation, and I don't know what Ruthie was doing. I was decorating and designing our healing sanctuary, the apothecary. And Maya said she had a download. She had a vision of Merlin and who he was in the astral, and she saw him as a big tiger that he is. Merlin is my little kitty with the 2 fractures in his leg. And she said it felt like he was limping, like he needed some help with it. So she sent him healing energy. I got downloaded last night. Download. When I start cleaning, I get downloads. So why did I bring that up? What was I saying? Oh, because of the snake and the transmutation, the transformation. Snake, what else? Healing comes, it's feminine energy. What comes with you with snake? Anything specific that you want to add?
Yeah, it's like you said, the feminine has been always depicted with the serpent, energy, the kundalini. Also your third eye, the Egyptians, right, on their headdresses. So yeah.
Sorry, I'm learning this whole setup here. All right, so those are the 2 items here. The third item is these are the healing amulets, right? This one is $225. This one is $175. If anyone would like to purchase their Reiki charged healing amulets, this one is ammonite on leather, and it's gray and black. It's kind of what I'm wearing today. And ammonite, for me, I have a very strong affinity to ammonite personally because I have a giant mermaid on my stomach. I've got a connection to the mermaids, and I'm a Pisces moon. And I don't know, my friend was wearing this and I didn't know that he was there, and something pulled me and I turned back around and he was wearing this amulet. And I said, oh my God, there's something about this particular fossil. So if you look at it, it shows it's a symbol. It's like the Nautilus, right? And the Nautilus is always about a symbol of growth. So we're constantly evolving to the next stage of growth. We're constantly learning. We're always a work in progress. And we're having downloads and what are they called? Upgrades and awakenings one after another. So there's this one. I don't know about the price on this one because I don't know that I want to sell it. It's special to me. So that's the third item. And then you're supposed to choose the fourth. So during this class yesterday, it was a body movement freeing. To us, there was coloring done. And so it was kind of like play therapy with our inner child, drawing and dancing around. So we're doing mine. Okay. Yep. So this is the one that I did. And the words on it, destiny, dreams to reality. When I began my spiritual journey, before I recognized I had this awakening already underway, I wasn't really sure about what was happening. I used to, I always was I was a reader, but I had this massive grand awakening that was going on. And I met someone and I carved something on the rock. And it just like this, I didn't know what I was going to do. When she said, start drawing or draw something, first thing I saw was the hummingbird. Hummingbird says you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself and others. It's piercing right through this double heart. So connection, see how they're balanced on either side with a stinging nettle, which is super strong medicine right now. My Merlin is, and I'm drinking that for, what is the stinging nettle for? Do you remember? I know for him, it has to do with bone growth. Look, he's right there. Hi, Merlin. Oh, so you guys, I'll show you. Whoops, sorry. There he is. That's the little fractured kitty. Merlin, monkey. He's seen something. He's the little Bengal kitty. So in the ethers, he's a giant Bengal cat. And in any case, I'm focusing on healing. Right. This is stitching back together and bringing balance to him because he's had issues with his legs moving forward. But destiny, dreams to reality. That's what we do. Especially Ruthie and I. We dream. I have prophetic dreams. She has prophetic dreams. And from our dreams, we realize that whatever it is we're trying to bring in, dream it, see it, feel it, and then you bring it to reality. We're given things that are fate, right? Fate happens. This is going to happen. In Sherri's life, these markers are going to happen. In between, spirit our highest allows us to figure out the way we're going to go, how we're going to get there. We're going to get there and there. But how we get there and how long it takes us to get there is up to us. So it's destiny dreams to reality. What are you dreaming about? What are you thinking about? What are you speaking about? Because that's what you're bringing about. And then only love in through the heart, through the front, right? And only love out from me. I'm not shitting out anything but sunshine and rainbows. Okay, so I guess this is the affirmation page. Hi, Kara. Sorry, I've been so busy doing all these other things. Let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Christine. Hi, Connie. Hi, Sean. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, and I can't see who's talking to me on. Oh, hi, Amy. Hi, Amy. They're on that channel, so it's hard for me to see with the light. And I would rather focus on the light right now, so forgive me, right? All right, I think that's it. That's all we have to do, right? Was I going to say something else? Oh,
The hummingbird.
well, the hummingbird says you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself as well as others. And that's fixing this little fracture in this little baby and bringing our healing sanctuary, the apothecary, where healing magic happens, fully to life, because we're already operating here. We just are wanting to expand into a couple of other areas and make them ours. So the vibration that's shooting out from this bird is gold, silver, and red. The red is to root it down. The gold is we are worth this. You are worth this. And so anything worth doing or having is worth calling in. The silver purifies any negative thoughts. Also, the gold is the sun, right? And the sun is about forward movement and manifestation. So, all right, that's enough. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to start. First item, black agate with mink. And I forgot last time. I'm going to do it this time. Remind me. Why the mink? The mink totem has something specific to say. I should know that. I wish you had. Do you have your phone out here?
No, I don't.
Because that would be something that we need to understand. And I should know it. I'm a shaman and I work with the animal messengers, but that's not a very frequent one, is it? Mink. So it's going to be something special. So for the first, so interesting. So we're for the first item, the black agate and the mink and the leather, we're going to love. We're going to the love deck. So whether you are wanting to bring love into your life, whether you are working with the situation, whether you want to do something that you love, whether it's about working on loving yourself, maybe loving somebody that is not so lovable. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Correct for neutrality. Oop. So they're saying right now that this situation is calling for trust on your behalf. Can't help but look at the dynamics between this couple and how Spirit's trying to help. And I think it's pretty funny because I used to read it very differently. This is what growth is all about. So you see her, she's got her heart on her sleeve, right? She's leaning into this guy. He's trying to work. And she's like, I really like you. I really want this. And there's the little cherub. I used to think, oh, this guy needs to have help learning how to speak. I don't think so, because he's the King of Swords. He's got no problem speaking. He might not be super emotional, but if he wants to say something, he's got no problem saying it. So my message is, look at this little angel. This angel's like, will you back up a squirt? Don't lean on him. Don't push him. Don't go freaking running after him. How distasteful is that? No. You know what? If he's too busy right now, let him go about his business. Let him go about his business. You might be worried that somebody is not paying attention when you need them to pay attention. Spirit says, relax. The situation is calling for you to have trust. If you have this person who's having a difficult time balancing his or her, because this can be male or female swapped, right? It doesn't have to be the way it appears in the picture. There's something out of balance as far as I'm concerned here, because he's busy working and she's busy loving. So it could be that there's an out of balance relationship between you and another. You need to make sure that and if you have anything you want to say, pop in anytime.
The only thing that keeps my mind is, mink, right? Like, to afford mink, like a mink coat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's wearing him like a mink coat.
She's wearing him like a mink coat. What do you mean by that?
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, but would you just, so what does that mean to you? Wearing him like a mink coat? Like she thinks he's more valuable than her?
That's what it looks like.
Okay, so she's put, same kind of message in all truth, really, right? So she's saying she thinks he's a mink coat. So mink coats are very expensive. They're very luxurious. So also, they might be a little hoity-toity. Maybe somebody's misread somebody. Maybe somebody thinks that thinks that they're better than them, or thinks that they're priceless. Or they're putting more emphasis on the other than they should on themselves. Because this person right here, hi Maya, the girl in white, she's innocent. She or he is innocent and open and authentic and not hiding anything. Like, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is how I feel. And the other person is like, whoa, 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 excuse me, little one, I'm a little busy conducting the orchestra over here. I'm a little busy. So my thought is, you can pop in if you want, my thought is, if he's too busy, go get busy doing something for yourself. If somebody is chronically, habitually too busy for you, if they don't enjoy your presence, let them enjoy your absence. All I know is make sure that there's a balance, giving and taking. Now, it could just be, forget the couple, forget the picture at all, and let's just go with the words. The situation is calling for you to have faith. There is something coming in. The spirit has heard you. Your higher self is already concocting something. But he's definitely wearing a navy blue suit with a blue shirt. This has to do with communication. This guy could be in the military. This guy could be, he doesn't have a lot of time to get done what he needs to get done. So maybe you need to step back and allow he or she to figure out what is the priority in their life. And if you are or are not a priority, because if you're not a priority, why are you there? But the situation calling for you to have faith. So they're not negating it. They're probably saying, if you get about doing your own spiritual business or your own your purpose, like your purpose in life, whatever it is, you don't have to be a spiritual teacher or a healer, but in life, we all have a purpose. We all have a plan. We all have a day and a lot quicker. But I do feel like this guy is chained to his job, or maybe he's chained to her. Look, I'll let you be the guide of that. Whatever it feels right for you. Don't ever let a reader tell you how you're supposed to see this or feel. It's whatever strikes you'll know when, oh yeah, that's how it works for me. He or she has reached a position of authority, though. This guy's like a general. This guy's like an emperor or an empress, right? This person has going about their business. I'm curious, though. There is definitely love, or there is definitely connection between these two, because Cupid is coming to retrieve the arrow. It's already pierced one or the other. So whether it's an idea, a project, a person, a situation, have faith, have trust. All right, I'll let you go with all those ones. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the snakeskin and labradorite transformative bracelet, and it's two-toned. It's Python, this one. So there's another totem we can look up. It's gray and black. So again, silver and black, protection and purification. It's a theme right now. Interesting. Okay, this one. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Anything else you want to add while I'm doing this? Wow. Okay. Okay, this is marriage. So, Mr. Busy Pants over here, they're serious. If you want to take these together, there's a commitment here. It's either you want a commitment, or this other person is working on a commitment, or you are drawing this in. All I know is Spirit says this situation involves marriage if you want to take them together. So it may be that you're looking for a commitment and this person's not. This person's focused on their work or their passion or their life, whatever. And you're like, I want love. So if you're not in alignment, that's not going to work, right? So serious. A marriage also represents just a commitment, period, towards anything or anyone. So I'm committed to this, right? I'm committed to my path. I'm committed to creating this. It could show you that there needs to be some healing that takes place, or there needs to be some trust in this committed relationship. It doesn't have to be a wedding ring marriage. It can be partnership. It can be, as I said, business partners. It can be family. But marriage is a highlighted theme. So it's a strong, committed connection. So trust has either developed or is developing or needs to be. If you don't trust me, this won't work. I require, and I've said it myself before, I have a hard time trusting. You got to prove it to me. So this is not going to work for me. If you look at this situation, That's not going to work for me because she's going to him and I'm not doing that. I'm not, no, it's got to be a mutual, and you got to prove it to me. You got to prove it because I would, right? I would. I don't expect anything more from you than I would expect from myself. Anything else pops up for you in regards to marriage?
Well, think about it. If this one represents the mink coat, right? And this one represents the snake skin, it's like shedding skin, it's like new beginnings, right? So here she's dreaming, like you said, dreaming the dream, and here's the reality of the dream.
I like that. I like that a lot. Song in the background. Someone's faking it. It's interesting. Someone's faking it. So taking all of this together, the song in the background is, I make it look easy even though my heart's hurting. So someone may be throwing themselves into their work to not deal with their feelings.
Or making the marriage work.
Avoiding the marriage by going to work, pouring myself into that. Like, no, I can't because of my job. Again, not a priority, right? And if it's not a priority, it's gone for either side. Okay. Any more? Let me think. There could be some healing that needs to take place from your childhood, from what you've witnessed in your families, marriages, right? Or non-marriage, like what your dad did with your mom or your mom did with your dad, or how they treated you or didn't. Maybe my parents didn't have any time for me. It could be that you have a child that's got a problem with you finding a new partner because they don't want anybody in the middle. It could be that there's a family member, hi Holly, that doesn't want somebody coming in because that takes attention from them. It could be a friend that doesn't want you to get married because they lose their buddy and they're not married. And come on, like we're bachelors, we're bachelorettes, we're living the single life and we love it. And this person's like, I don't really actually, because I'm kind of lonely. And I can't snuggle up at night and go to bed with you. You're my buddy. So could be that. Okay. But this person in the background is saying, oh, I'm so productive. Hi, Ingrid. Hi, Goddess. I'm so productive, right? I make it look like it's easy, but I'm literally having a meltdown inside. So maybe you got to take a look at what's going on in reality and figure out what to do about this. Take charge of this situation, right? This guy or girl is an Emperor Empress. Good morning. Okay. I'm going to my deck for the amulet, the Ammonite amulet. So it's about growth. It's about connection to the ocean. Maybe the water is something. I miss the ocean. And we're in Sedona, Arizona. Of course, it's the Magic Kingdom. But when I buy this property, I'm going to put in a water feature, a big one. I need a pond in this yard, the very least. Very least. Actually, I don't think I'm going to wait to buy the property. I already know where it's at. I'm going to show it to you. Yeah, it's over in the side yard where the Buddha is. So it could also be telling you that right now it would be really good for you to have a sea salt bath to cleanse and purify your body. It could be that you just need to relax and maybe you need to have a hard time sleeping at night. So waves are nice. We were in this meditation yesterday and there was waves playing. So I like rain personally. So rain, Ruthie, no, it wasn't you. It was Katie. My friend Katie said that she, and I've always done this. So I think it's awesome that she said it too, that when she has a shower, and she makes sure she has a shower every single day to cleanse and purify all the loose that anyone else is dusting over you. My animals right now, because it's dry, we haven't had any rain, we haven't had any snow, and the red sand is very, very prevalent. My dogs and my cat are rolling in the red sand, and they can't come in my house because they destroy my house. It's covered in sand. Ooh, I love that message. And why did I say that? Dust. Oh, the dust. That you did have that happen. You dreamed about it. We both dreamed about it at the same dream, like the same night. You dreamed about somebody with pollen being dusted all over her. That's what she dreamed about. And I dreamed about somebody walking by me and just going like this. Like if you would smack, Raven came up and she was jumping on Ruthie. So I said, no. And I pushed her down on her side. All this red dust all over the place. So Katie is washing off all this stuff that's accumulated. Sometimes it's our own, that we are polluting our own sanctum. Sometimes it's others. So I don't know. That just comes up. There's a lot that comes up with the amulet. The nautilus. Sometimes you think about stretch marks when you're pregnant, or if you're female or male. If you gain a lot of weight, if you grow suddenly, my son had stretch marks from growth. And if you're pregnant, if you've ever had a child, it's very uncomfortable. Your skin is literally ripping. That's what the stretch marks are. So, oh, it's on me. I'm looking for it. So you think about stretching beyond your comfort zone. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but it's necessary for your growth.
Also, it's like a portal.
A portal.
Yeah.
We like that. So we could use this because these are healing tools, right? So the Reiki charged, they have the energy of this one has the energy of the ocean. And now visualize a portal that you're opening up a portal. Look at the petals all around it. The petals are like a flower. It's almost like a dahlia opening or a peony opening or a rose opening. And here's your portal. So what are you opening?
Yeah, it looks like waves.
Waves all around it, right? Okay. What we got was a message from my deck. Did we have this recently? I think we might have. First of all, let's read the picture. Well, that's interesting because if you look at my drawing, the drawing that I chose for the flowers are turquoise because that's my soul color. But look at the little flower. Look at the little flower, the blossom on that loving connection. And here's, this one's picked a little blossom. And it's not quite open. It's not quite open. So to me, first of all, this is Raven and this is Magic and Miracles. And there's a rainbow and we are both rainbow warriors, both of us. I'm a rainbow Pegasus unicorn and this is a rainbow unicorn. Oh, we're both on my, okay, I've got to say, I was going to say something that wouldn't have sounded very good. I have two stuffies. One of them is a Pegasus unicorn and one of this is a rainbow unicorn and they're on my bed. I'm like, we're both on my bed. Whoops. Okay, hold on. It's not like that. It's not like that. We're friends. But so the rainbow talks about good things to come after a storm, right? Or it's a promise that this won't ever have to happen again. So about this growth process, spirits put you through spiritual boot camp. They've really, really ground you into the dirt and you've made it. You have mastered that level, right? And it's like you've graduated. You graduated from that particular lesson. It doesn't have to be, don't think that once you've graduated from that, you've figured it all out because it's just like we graduate from kindergarten.
The rainbow connection.
The rainbow connection.
That's what I heard.
With us, the rainbows.
Like you just talked about the unicorns and the stuffies, and like your tribe. The rainbow connection.
The rainbow tribe. The rainbow people. There's a couple different meanings for rainbow people, and we are not the ones that sleep with everybody. Different. Hi Tina. Hi Lisa.
More like the Hopi, prophecy. The rainbow prophecy. The Hopi prophecy.
I love doing this with somebody else. It helps me out. It's great. It helps us all out. So what was I saying about I got thrown there.
After the storm, the promise.
So it's a promise that you've graduated. So you graduate kindergarten, you go to grade 1. All of a sudden, you're back down to the bottom. You graduate junior high school, and then you go, and you're great, right? You're the king of junior high, queen. And then you have to go to high school, and you start on the bottom again. You're bottom of the totem pole. We're constantly learning, constantly work in progress. We never will look above or look down at anybody else because they're just graduating from that. Because you know what? Sometimes I graduate from the school of university on this project and Ruthie's graduating from the university on a different project. So just because somebody may not be where we are in accordance to that, there's something else that they have mastered. We are masters, but we all have different gifts and qualities and we're always working on different things at different times. Sometimes we align, like we align a lot, but this is a promise that once you've mastered this very difficult challenge, if you finally figure it out, okay, I know my boundaries. That was a really big, hard one for me, boundaries. And I feel like I'm in a really good place with it right now. And it feels so good. And Spirit says, okay, once you've mastered that lesson, you don't have to go through that. You're not going to be hammered. I was hammered with that one over and over and over because I wasn't getting it. What are you? Was it a little black bee or is it a fly?
I think it's a fly.
Fly is persistence. So I keep working at it. Okay. Spirit stands at the ready. This is the spiritual cheerleader oracle. This is my deck that my friend Zoe is the artist. I am the author with my highest in spirit. Hi, Natasha. So Spirit stands at the ready, always at our side, but they must respect our free will. So they may see us struggle, cry, and wonder why they aren't stepping in. We must understand that they are respecting our free will choices. We must ask, please help. And the second we do so, they will with no hesitation speedily fly to our rescue. They will bring us the help of in a myriad of ways. I just have to stop for a second because when I said they will bring us help, Monkey jumped up there, Merlin. And he is my catalyst. He is a catalyst for change. And hi, sweetheart. Hi. This is a very, very powerful little Lyran creature. You guys saw him before, and I can't turn it around. Well, yes, I can. Let's be fair here. So he jumped up. As soon as I said, if you need help, they're coming right away. Because when he came in, things happened. Things changed. Great. That's wonderful. I don't know how to get rid of that. There's my screen split in two. So there's a message in that. So Ruthie's been hidden.
No, I'm sure I'm still on there. It's just what you're seeing.
There, I made it go. Whoa, no. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay. So he popped up right then. So Cat pops up. Cat is boundaries. I was saying that boundaries is my difficult one, right? So boundaries, know where you end and another begins, and stay on your side of the fence. Don't be leaning over somebody's fence or allowing them to lean over your fence. So he came to show boundaries, curiosity, resilience. He's just climbing to the top of the cat tower on the other side. I wonder if I can take this off and show you. Look at this. This is a cat with 2 fractures. And there he is jumping around. Nothing is stopping him. And he, since he got into the house, has made sure that everybody understood, do not treat me differently. Do not treat me like I'm like anyone else. Like I'm not like anyone else. Okay. So, but they came in to share a lesson. I always pay attention when the animals show up because the animal totems come exactly when we need to hear it. And so he's a symbol of persistence, perseverance through difficulty, through challenge. Also, he limps, but that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with him. It's okay. Sometimes people can't hear very well. Sometimes people can't see very well. Sometimes people don't have the gift of speech. Sometimes whatever it is, but he's showing resilience and adaptability. And if one of our senses is taken from us, it heightens our other ones. It's also talking about somebody might be feeling a little hobbled at this time, or you may literally physically have pain that you need to work through. So whatever, I had to stop and talk about what that animal messenger, because that was help coming in right then for us to focus on. So some we may see, okay, so they will bring us this help in a myriad of ways. That's one way they show us help, right? I'm listening. It's going down, down. I'm yelling timber. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Interesting. It's going down, down. You spin me round, round. You spin me round, round. Interesting. So Spirit may bring us help in a myriad of ways. I'm hearing songs playing in the background. I'm listening to somebody working on something in the background. I'm watching my kitty that's got an injury, not allowing himself to be stopped. So there could be something that you see as a limitation. But Spirit says, don't make excuses. Like, that kitty has 2 fractures and he's climbing to the top of his tower. He's not allowing himself to be in a tower moment. He's climbing to the top of his tower. Could be that you're trying to climb up in your career. Could be that you're trying to, whatever it is that you're trying to do, resilience, endurance, and determination is what he just showed. And the fly was persistent. So they both work together, right? So we must remember that Spirit has no limitations. Trust it, that even though we may not see it or understand it at the time, trust that Spirit is on it. Remember the message. This situation is calling for trust on your behalf, right? We are now seeing that if we align with Spirit, we will have no limitations. We are breaking past generational patterns. We are the ones that are changing our world. You hear the bells going? This is Spirit saying, yes, yes. We are the ones changing the world. We are the ones teaching those coming after us to raise their children knowing no limitations. They're going to raise their children like, no, they said they had to take his leg off. We have to amputate his leg. He's got a fracture. Spirit says, we're not taking his leg off. Why do we have to take his leg off? He's doing fine. If that means he has a bit of a limp, if I said to you, we're going to take your leg off or you're going to have a bit of a limp, what was your answer? I don't think so. I looked at his little leggy yesterday and I was asking him how his little leg was doing and I was giving him healing. And he stretched his leggy out and he flexed his little toes. And immediately I saw a rabbit paw. You know, people carry those rabbit paws around as a keychain. Always grossed me out. It's supposed to be a symbol of good luck, not for that rabbit. Jeez. And I thought, that's his little foot. That's his little leggy. I'm not taking this leggy off. So right now we are showing we are saying we have no limitations. He has no limitations. He's showing me that no, I'm not limited to this one choice. There may be other choices and options available to you. Maybe somebody has said, well, this is the way it's got to be. And Spirit says you're not limited to anything. Anything and everything is possible, and we are capable of achieving it. So no limitations. We do this by understanding that we have the power to do so. We are here now creating what in the past others would call miracles. That's a miracle walking around every single day. Every single day I see a miracle in that little man, which means I walk out of my bedroom and I've got an intention wall. I've got all these words that are on plaques on a wall, this whole big wall. First one I see when I walk out is the funny thing about miracles is that they happen every single day. It's we're teaching ourselves a different pattern. It's not really a miracle. We're creating reality. We're turning our destiny, our dreams into reality. That's our destiny. Dreams to reality. So right now, by recognizing the power of our words and our intentions, we create these miracles. Words are power. Words are power. Be very careful what you say. They can be self-limiting. They can be self-harming. They can harm others and limit others. You can put this upon a child. You can put this upon a friend. I have friends have finally learned me by now. When they ask my opinion, I don't give my opinion ever. I ask Spirit. I said, well, what would be in the highest good for this person? Because if they follow my advice and it goes sideways, it's on me. And it may work for me and not work for them, or it may not work for them and it works for me, right? The other way around. So right now, by recognizing the power of our words and our intentions, followed by purposeful action, this is how we create. So it's not enough to think it. It's not enough to say it. It's not enough to dream it. We need to act in some way. Take a step towards it, and the universe takes 20 steps towards you. So ravens teach us that we must expect magic and miracles. If I'm shown by Spirit or my highest that this is going to happen, then I expect it to happen. That's my intention. So not only is my team working with me and for me. Hi, Angela. Hi, Natasha. But I'm creating it by expecting it, because now my energy is lifted up and focused on it, and I believe it. What you believe in, you bring about, right? So the raven is telling you right now, expect the magic and miracles, and to be an active part of co-creating with Spirit, with our highest, and they're talking to us again in the bells. We need to expect it. Spirit tells me when I do a reading for someone, this is what's going to happen. If they do this, this, and this, we can see the trajectory that it's going to be that. And I say to Spirit, that better happen. Because what's the point of me working for you if what I'm giving is inaccurate information? I don't give inaccurate information. That's why I don't give my personal opinion. I have it backed up by, and it's confirmed to me. And it's oftentimes for myself as a reader, and I'm sure, and I know that it happens with Ruthie because I've witnessed it myself. I will state something from what Spirit is showing me, and then I'll say, just let me corroborate. And then literally a second later, it'll flip out and it'll be written on a card, exactly what I said. I'm getting confirmation, so I know that this is happening. So we're needing to learn how to walk with Spirit, with our divine self, with our divine Heavenly Mother, Father God, with our animal messengers that show up, learn how they are appearing in our life and why. What is it they have to say? Wow, that's a big message right there. What do they have to tell you? As I've said many, many times, no psychic, clairvoyant, or medium can give you as accurate information as the animal messengers. So think of why Merlin popped up right when he did. Think of why that fly started flying around. People are like trying to knock it away, but how hard it is to catch a fly or to swat a fly. They're persistent and they're cagey, right? And they're whipping around. So if you need to do some maneuvering, do some fancy footwork in order to make what you want to have happen, then do it. Anything that you want to add? I'm out of breath. Can't even breathe right now.
I was sitting reflecting on the rainbow, right? And our rainbow body being the chakras, and the highest light, being the messenger coming down, dropping all these beautiful petals of wisdom. That's what I was seeing when you were talking.
So the flowers are like rain.
Mm-hmm. Or it's like also how your crown opens up
like a petal,
like a flower.
I'm also getting, it's really important to stay outside, get outside. It's very important to have the sun on us for both of us.
Mhm.
I really need the sun. Ruthie charges in the sun. It clears. We clear and charge our crystals in the sun. My cats, I had to move their catio. I gave them, and I had 2 catios. One here was always in the shade, and one was on the back deck, which is pretty much in the shade too, because this is a hot place. But I brought the other one up onto the patio here, because they need to have sun baths. Cat loves sun baths. I might think I'm hot, but the cats like it. Not to mention, cats, for me, I have 11 rescue cats. They're my Lyran tribe. They are my guides. They're my protectors. They clear energy. Cats clear negative energy. With the work that I do, they're doing a lot of work, and that's why I have so many of them. And why there's 11, because it's a divine gateway. He was the catalyst for change, my 11th one. They need to be in the sun. That's where he is right now. Look at Monkey Merlin. As soon as I say that, he's up there having a sun bath. You guys are just going to have to take my word for it, because that's a lot. All right. That's that one. Hi, Gina. Gina is the one who sent the donation for my monkey, and brought me I should have brought that out. Maybe next week we'll show that. A bracelet, a beaded bracelet with blue tiger eyes. Pretty amazing, which is what he looks like in the astral, according to Ruthie.
He does.
He does.
Bangles heart.
All right, so the last one is this one. Now there's a lot going on here, so ask yourself why you would choose. Is it that you're working on positive affirmations? Is it that your destiny is bringing your dreams to reality? Are you working on a dream? Are you working on bringing that into the physical while you've been dreaming about it? That's great. Maybe it's time to get on it, right? Do something about it. This little, I just heard this little hummingbird is piercing. So I feel as though, see the 2 little hearts together? Remember that cherub that had the arrow? It already pierced them. So it's already, so you know what this person is for you. You know what this passion is for you. You know what this dream is for you. And this one is literally coming here to get the nectar from this connection, which is all of us. We are all this hummingbird. My daughter laughed when she first started understanding about the animal totems, and she goes, "Oh my God, Mom, you're the hummingbird." That's one of I have so many now because they were my animal best friends, and I work with them all. But that was one of my major totems. So think about what a hummingbird is. They're able to go up, down, sideways, and all over the place, right? They're little helicopters. They're fast. Their wings go so fast. So I'm fast. I was told when I was young, Sherri moves too quickly. Sherri speaks too quickly. Sherri, too.
Forever young.
Song forever young. So change that. Remember, we're the ones that are teaching our children that nothing is going to stop them, that they can do anything and everything. I was told and shamed for moving too quickly, speaking too quickly, like darting my eyes around all over the place. All of those things, I need to do the work that Spirit needs me to do. I need to be able to see everything that's going on. I need to be able to pay attention. Dog just came up next to me. So Raven. So somebody wants your attention right now. Somebody that's very, very loving, very innocent, and a bit of a goofball wants your love and attention right now. I like that because she drives me nuts, but I love her. Come. Want to say hi to everyone? This is Raven. I'm called She Who Walks with Raven. She drives me crazy, but she's a very good mommy to the kitties. She washes and they all washes their little heads and they play with her and they sleep with her. And yes, I stopped my reading for the animals because this is an animal messenger that wanted to be told to us. So dog, best friend, loyalty, love, protection, friendship. Maybe your friendship's a bit much right now. Maybe it's causing a lot of chaos in your life right now. So maybe you need a little bit more patience right now, because why? You're going to accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself. I'm thinking, oh my God, she's in her terrible 2s, right? She's 2.5 right now. She's coming in with dust all over the place and she's always under my feet. But then I think about, she's so sweet. She loves every human and every animal. She's never malicious. She's never mean. She is never mean. She does pay attention and bark to let me know what's coming. So I need to focus more. Maybe in a friendship, you need to focus more on the positive than the negative. There's a lot going on here. Only love in, only love out. It's my motto, right? If you send love out, love comes back in, but you're not letting anything else come in either. That's negative. The black is telling you that. The black lettering is protection. This, us being the hummingbird. This is the information coming from Spirit. This is the community effort with me and Ruthie, right? The connection. This is all of us, the tribe, the rainbow tribe, right? This is the rainbow. This bird is the rainbow. And we're all gleaning something from this powerful connection. All right. Anything you have to say about that?
Well, I mean, it encompasses all of your, your belief systems, right? And the black, well, what are you wearing? Protection, right? So it's like, protection, but still staying in your highest purpose, right? Inner child, innocence, double heart linked together. To me, that's what I see.
What do you think of those little flowers? What do they represent to you off the edge of that connection?
Well, I mean, the sweetness of life, taking a moment to stop and smelling, the flowers, or um, the nectar of life. That's what it feels like to me.
Okay. This is a new deck that my friend Suzanne got for me for Christmas. It's called the Sacred Forest Oracle. And I grew up in the forest. I grew up on Seymour Mountain in North Vancouver, BC, Canada, in British Columbia. And as I said, first language I spoke was the animals because I didn't have any friends. I had only animals. This is a sacred forest. But look at the deck is the sacred forest, and there's the winged Pegasus, which is I resonate with very deeply. It's me. It's the highest of. It's my highest. This is my highest. Actually, that's a better way of describing.
It is.
The winged Pegasus and the rainbow Pegasus is my highest self. So I love this deck. Thank you, Suzanne. Now you see her. She's in a place, it looks like Stonehenge, right? It's not Stonehenge because it's in the fairy forest. It's some magical place that it can be for you. This also can be here where we are. We have Cathedral Rock and we have Thunder Mountain. Cathedral Rock has these standing spires. In Bryce Canyon, Utah, you see the hoodoos, and they're these tall I'm going to read this to you, the first part of it. As you walk, you come across this large vertical stone standing in a circle in the center of the sacred forest. You know that to step inside this sacred ring is not to be undertaken lightly. It's an act of power. With solemn grace, I'll let them take a look at it too. With solemn grace, you enter. Immediately, you feel a shift occur within you. It's as if the floodgates of your soul have opened and there's a download of cosmic information occurring within you. Downloads, downloads. I see these pillars coming down like boom. Download, download, download. This is interesting to me. I also see it as the pieces of fate in your life. Those things are immovable. Those things are going to happen. How are you going to get from there to there? What are you doing in between? Which route do you take? How long do you linger? What do you glean from that place? Do you get anything from this yourself? What do you feel?
Well, I mean, the stars are what come out first for me. The nighttime sky. We're in a 6-planet alignment.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like the expansion of consciousness. Oh, she's wearing a red dress, like so maybe it's like her, bringing heaven on earth, bringing down, rooting it in. Very strong feminine energy.
Okay, so the story, what's going on here is there's a sacred journey ahead. You think about why people go to these places. It's a ritual they perform. When I have a medicine wheel, I have altars set up all around my house, all over my yard. There things are set in a certain way. So there's some kind of a sacred ritual that's happening. And the message is Standing Stone's passage.
Oh. Nice.
So what's going on is, for one, you've passed from one gateway into another. We are now into the divine gateway. There's something happening in Pisces and Aries that it's a very powerful time for me personally. I know for a lot of people, there's a lot of, it's a time frame that's very powerful. That's why my catalyst came in when he did. There's a journey ahead. Spirit says it's going to be of your heart and of your soul. So this is a spiritual quest, and these places, people quest to these places. People come to Sedona, the spiritual Mecca. People go to Stonehenge. It's a place of great ceremony and divining. And there's a lot of changes that happen. We're talking about embarking on a new journey. I moved a clock from my healing room into my bedroom. It was faced, Ruthie noticed when we did this healing, it was connected to my childhood and my past. This clock was a symbol of such. And Spirit kept showing me, my ship has come in. My ship has come in. And she said, you know what? Your ship has come in. So you need to move it because it's already here and it's facing in. We need to have it going in the other direction because a great ship is safe amidst the port, right? It's safe from the rough seas. It's safe from whatever elements are out there. It's safe from whatever you might glean or learn or come upon in your travels on this sacred quest. But you got to get out of there. You got to get out of the port. So I moved it into my bedroom, and now it's moving. The waves are lapping behind it, and there could be stormy seas ahead, but you need to have courage. You are a great ship, and the great ships are built to withstand the weather, the storm, whatever this might be. So you need to be willing to go into this great sea. You need to be willing to go on this quest. It doesn't have to be, you could physically be moving. You could physically be transitioning. You are energetically and you are emotionally and spiritually moving forward on this pilgrimage at this time. And the seas might be rough, and the weather might be inclement. It might be stormy. It might be raining. It might be windy. Who knows what it is, but you are equipped, Spirit says. The root chakra is the color of the red dress. And that means that you are rooted, you are grounded, you are anchored. Remember, in our last reading, the anchor is who we are. We need to anchor ourselves. Anchor ourselves. Hold yourself strong in order to go out. Not to mention, you've got an anchor that you need. If you need to drop it, you can always pull into a port, right? If the seas get a little too rough, like for me, I'm having a hard time breathing because I'm talking so much. And I'm going to need to anchor down and pull myself back down to earth. I'm kind of floating up in the ethers right now. I'm a little bit all over the place because I'm paying attention to two screens, to all the animals, to the sounds I hear, to the songs that I'm hearing, to the messages, to the downloads. There's a lot going on. So if I wasn't able to do all of those things, this would be a mess of a reading. And but I was shamed about those things, wasn't I, as a child? So pay attention to what you say to your kids and pay attention to what they're doing and why. It may not be as chaotic as you realize. It may be that it's setting themselves up for something. Multitaskers, right? Multitaskers. So these ceremonies that we're talking about, I keep turning this around. I'm supposed to be reading this picture and I keep turning it around and I'm reading this one. Well, this one's going into the astral. This is what Ruthie and I do. We go into the astral. Ruthie does past life regression, healing, and a magic. She's covered in stars. And so what's funny is whenever we do a healing, Ruthie, I mean, you can talk about it. I'm not going to take it over, but I noticed something about the way she reads me. She uses my head like a pendulum. She asks questions, and as she's asking questions, my head will either resist, like, is it this time? Is it past, present, future, child, higher self? Are we in the 3D? Where are we at right now? Who wants to talk right now? I don't know all the things she asks, but I'm imagining the things that she might ask. But she's using my head as a pendulum. So I've said to her, where are you driving? I said, where are you going driving around in my head right now? Right? So this is, now you're going to see the other side. I am the Pegasus. I am the wig Pegasus. She's riding around so we are partners. I'm allowing her to do this. I don't let anybody connect in my energy, especially inside my head, right? So you have to have trust. That's another message. If you're going to be having healers, I have never gone to anyone. I've had two people do a healing on me. One of them is Ruthie and my other one is my friend Mary here in Sedona. I'm not trusting just anybody in that sacred space. Hell no. And I will admit it, and it has nothing to do with, not that I don't trust Ruthie, but I always call in my team. When anybody does anything with me, I'm protected. I'm wearing a spacesuit, right? I got my silver suit on. And it's funny because who was it, you, Ingrid, that said, here's Merlin, he had a silver suit with blue lining, or was it Lori? Somebody said that, and I thought, that's my suit. That's interesting. That's my suit. And because blue is communication, she's communicating with my highest and with the divine, right? and her highest. And I'm wearing, so that's blue. I want to hear that communication. I'm allowing that, but I'm keeping it pure with the silver covering on the outside, purifying, purifying. I also call Michael in. The man standing there in the blue suit, helping you conduct things. Oh, I just got another hit on that message. If we go back, I work a lot with my Archangel Michael. Personally, I love it. Was you, Ingrid? I thought so. I work with Archangel Michael a lot. I love him. He's the one who showed up on my journey in Wisconsin. He showed up before I went there, along with Archangel Gabriel, and he's shown up so many times here. And I love him. I have an alignment with him. So I'm connecting with that energy of that man in the blue suit. So it may be that I'm saying to him, I want this, I want this, I want this. Remember her with her heart. I'm coming with you, coming to you with a pure heart, with love. And it's only love going out and only love coming in. And he's saying, I got it. I got it. I'm on it. I'm doing some things here. We're engendering something for you right now. So that man in that blue suit is Archangel Michael for me also. That's showing me this right now. So also, when we're in the astral, we get very cold. Ruthie starts all of her healings and her hands are always very, very warm. I'm wrapped in a blanket and I'm boiling every time. And by the time we start going, I'm wrapping I kick the blanket off me and then I'm wrapping it and tucking it under, trying to warm myself up because we are in the astral. We're in the astral realm. And her hands by the end of our healing are freezing cold. So it may be that right now you're doing some journeying in the astral realm. You may be dreaming. I get downloads in my dreams. I have prophetic dreams. And you pay attention to your dreams. They're sound and valid and you deserve to see them fulfilled. Not necessarily the way that you might think. It may be there's a higher and better version of them available to you. It's also, what is that? Shoot for the moon and you'll land amongst the stars. So this one's overshooting. Hell yeah. And I've got those wings. Also, if you're about to take a leap of faith in regards to something, you got wings to fly. Anything else you have to say about that?
I was looking at the dress again, right? And the message that I got was the cosmic dance. We're constantly dancing with our higher selves, right? We're moving through different, experiences through life and just, going with the flow. Look how flowy her dress is, right? So just, it's always a dance.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lynn. That's my middle name, Sherri Lynn. I call myself Sherri Laren because I'm a Laren starseed, but I am Sherri Lynn. All right. I'm going to open it up now. I should have said it a couple seconds ago, but I'm going to open it up now. Oh, that's interesting. Merlin just put himself into a little bed. And I love it. He wants to be outside, but he's all snuggly and warm. Oh, he's so damn cute. I can't even stand it. Look at his
eyes.
Hi, Monk. Do you like it in there? You know what's really cool about what I'm noticing about Merlin? Now he's coming up again and he's okay. I can't see. Sorry. I don't like to wear glasses, but I cannot see. And now I can't see you. So it's one or the other. I either have to not be blinded or I can't see you too well. I can kind of go like this. I've got all these little beds in there and the other cats have ignored so many of them. My big cats that were in here, Magic and Phoenix, they always had it available to them and they didn't bother. These kittens are all choosing to go now that it's getting colder weather. They're like, they love their catio, but they're all using these boxes, these new ones. So it's funny because I had all this prepared ahead of time. I'm asking if you want readings and if somebody wants to keep a track of it and let me know who it is that wants a message from spirit, please let me know. I see Ingrid is going first. So what Ruthie and I both do, we both do this. We collect things and we aren't sure at the time why we're collecting them. But what did you say? How did you say it? When you see something, how did you say it?
I don't know in the moment of the moment why I'm being drawn to something, but if something is highlighted, it's for a later, it's like a tool, right? There's a message with everything that, your inner child gets excited about. So that's how I look at things.
And for me, my mom is generally the one who shows me where to go. I work with her in spirit. You can be secretary. Thank you. That's awesome. But I'll do that. If I look at something for too long and not get it, there's I need to go back. I've learned the lesson. If I pick something up and carry it around the store, put it back, pick it up, carry it around, just get it. There's a reason. So with these little guys, I organize little things and nobody ever used them. And I thought, you would have thought, well, that's a waste. It's not a waste. It was, I was preparing for them. They weren't even here yet. The other ones ignored it, the big ones that were in there. But these three triplets, all of them, actually there's four. There's the original Monkey Merlin. There's Merlin. There's Calliope Jones and there's Phoebe. And every one of them has gone inside one of those little houses. So I was preparing ahead of time. Sometimes we do things ahead of time and we don't know why. So pay attention to your intuition as to why you're doing certain things. There's a reason. Okay. I'm going to give you options to choose from. So we've got, oh my goddess. Okay. Can we write them all down in one? So Ingrid, so we've got four different decks to choose from. The Saints and Angels deck, the Romance Angels deck, the Magical Fairies deck, and the Magical Unicorns deck. Ingrid and everyone else, what deck do you want your message to come from? I'll say it one more time. Saints and Angels, Romance Angels, Magical Unicorns, or Magical Fairies. Okay? I should have asked that before, but I just realized. So, Ingrid, pop it out.
I think you use emojis, right?
Pardon?
I think you use emojis for that. A unicorn emoji, like.
Okay, Julie wants a unicorn. So I'm going to go to Julie first because she's told me what she wants. Ingrid, you were actually first. So tell me what it is that you want. Unicorn, fairy, romance angels, saints and angels. Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We're doing Julie Zechariah. Sorry. So cross off Julie Zechariah, Ingrid. And you want romance angels? I'll go back to you. Okay, Julie. Julie. Correct for neutrality on all levels. That one. There's two. All right. Try something new. Try it in a new way. Do it a little differently. If you turn left, normally go right. You'll only know that you can do something if you try. So you may be adverse to trying something because you don't feel you're qualified, or you don't. This isn't normally. Whoops! It isn't your normal jam. Woo! Trying to figure out how to do this. So, and then one that came with it is true. What you're asking about is about to happen. Oh wow! I didn't know that. That just came out. That's actually not what I was reading. So what you asked about is about to happen. Yes! Yes! Because if we asked about it, we want it, right? This is really freaking awesome. I'm a happy camper right now. What we asked about is about to happen. Yes, what you're asking about is the truth. So should I do this? Yes. Will I be successful at this? Yes. Anything else you want to add to that? I'm hearing in the background while she thinks about this for a second. I'm hearing in the background somebody is in an argument with someone else. They've been fighting and they're recognizing, one of them is recognizing that this other person has held them back. Probably said they couldn't do it or they were too busy to do it or that wouldn't work for you. But in all truth, who was holding them back? Themselves. Don't blame anyone else. You don't like the way your life's going, change it. All right. What do you have to say about that?
Well, to me, the truth will always set you free, right? And you have the wings to fly. So it's your truth. That's what this feels like with this energy. And this one, try something new. This unicorn is not, you don't typically find a unicorn in the ocean, right? But, swimming with the dolphins and the whale, the orca whale. Yeah.
And the astral. Also, the orca is you're following your soul's path. The dolphin talks about the art of play, because playing is how we manifest. Because why? Because you're high vibing and you're joyful, and that's the best time to make something happen.
Plus riding the wave, right? Going with that flow.
Have fun with it. Not to mention you're capable of riding the wave, aren't you? You're out there. You've also got a very strong support system because that person's not riding the wave alone. That Pegasus, is it a unicorn? That's me riding on that orca. That orca is equipped in that area. So it might be aligning yourself with the right people. I align myself with Ruthie. She's the right people for me. I align myself with people who challenge me, who are willing to expand and grow and learn more and try something a little risky. I don't want somebody who's waiting for me to do all the freaking work, right? So I'm relying on this person. I'm leaning on that one. And it's going to be back and forth. It's a give and take. Also, a spirit says, don't make an easy wave a difficult wave. It's up to you. Emotionally, sometimes people feel very nervous. I'm feeling nervous in my stomach right now, and it is not me. So I take back all of my power, and I give you back all of yours, because you clearly need it, because you're feeling nervous right now. You could turn that around, and maybe I'm not feeling nervous. Maybe I'm excited. Maybe this is a rush. I mean, look at that wave, right? Woo! Ready to go. Let's do it. Holy shit. Hold on tight. That orca's like, come on, we're going to dive down deep. Take a breath. Here we go. We're diving down deep. That's what Ruthie and I do. We dive down deep. And sometimes it's a lot. It's a lot. So there's that. Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. We're doing Ingrid, romance. All right. Remember, everybody, you're going to be choosing the deck you want me to get the message from. Romance angels, magical fairies, magical unicorns, and the saints and angels. Okay. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What are you drawn to? Sometimes it's a color you're drawn to. So this is for Ingrid. Correct for neutrality on all levels for Ingrid. All right. I'm hearing a song in the background, and I said I would never fall in love unless I found her. So somebody was looking for somebody specific. It may be that they had something in mind that they had to have, that this is what I require. It could be that I'm a very independent person, and I'm a very busy person. So I require someone who has their own thing, who's got their own jam, somebody who is not codependent and clinging on me, right? I need somebody who's also a business person, somebody who also is a mover and a shaker. I require certain things. I would never fall in love unless I found her. So they're showing me that. So you need to free yourself from something, a self-imposed limitation, you or someone close to you, someone connecting to you. So there's a little fence. Have you put a fence around your heart? Have you put a fence around, like, have you limited yourself? Have you set your scope too small? Spirit said to me, see yourself going worldwide. See your message reaching millions worldwide. We're all over the country. We're all over the world in this soul family meetup. We've got people in Australia. We've got people in New Zealand. We've got people in Canada and the United States. So yeah, this message. So see something going beyond what you think. This one is, it's time to take control of your life. Stop. What is the word? What is abdicating authority? Abdicating, isn't that what that is? Abdicating authority. If you abdicate your position, you're giving it to someone else. So this is your life. It's not someone else's life. You need to make the choices in your life. It can be a thought process. I heard a sentence yesterday at my friend Siona. She said, and I liked it. When you speak, who's talking? Is that your dad talking? Is it your mom talking? Is it your brother? Is it your friend? Is it your teacher? Is it your whoever, coworker? Self-limiting. This song, somebody was in the dark until they found this situation, this person. I was in the dark until I found you. Wow, you are a unicorn. You're one in a million. You're one in a million. That's what a unicorn is. They're special. Take control back in your life. Well, what did I just say? I was feeling nervous, and it's not my nerves. So I'm not going to take that energy on. I'm taking my power back. Take your power back. All right. Totally fenced in. Ah, interesting. But look how little the fence is. It's ridiculous. In all truth, you can just walk over it. It's tiny. It's not really a fence. It's kind of, ooh. It's decorative. It's a decorative fence. It just looks like that. It may be that somebody looks like they've got a barrier up, but it's decorative. It's kind of like, I'm kind of keeping what the song says. I said I would never fall in love until I found her. So I'm kind of keeping a little bit of a barrier up. I'm not super available until I see what I see. And then it's like, I'm after that one, right? Whatever it is, job, person, situation. All right. Anything else you want to say about that?
Well, to me, the unicorn's laying down, right? So maybe spirit's trying to tell you, don't make yourself small. Just you know, don't limit yourself by um, believing the fences around you keeping you trapped.
Truth. Love that.
Well, yeah, it says free yourself. So yeah, free your mind, free your soul.
Okay. So now we're going to, where's my, here. So this is Ingrid. I think it's Ingrid, right? Totally. No, no, no. Who was it? Who asked for saints and angels? Christine. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. This is wonderful. Thank you for allowing for me having a moderator, and thank Ruthie. This is helpful for me. It's a lot to talk and oh, I like it. And it's funny because sweetness is what comes out. This is saints and angels, and I was like, can somebody choose the saints and angels deck? I really like this deck. So what I see first of all is the deer, the mommy deer and the baby deer. Bea is my baby deer. I've called her a baby deer. She looks like a baby deer, and the baby deer is cared for. So you may be worried that a project, a relationship, a person, a child is not safe. They are protected. They are watched over. My baby deer is baby Merlin, right? Also, the deer says, walk gently on your path. You may have come out of a difficult situation and you're not quite sure where to put your foot. So then you walk gently on your path. You may be going into a situation that you're not quite sure of. Again, you walk gently on your path. This message is the basic, very like don't underestimate the simplest message. And the simplest message is you're a sweet one. You're a sweetheart. You're a sweet person. Sweet is good. We like sweet. We like sweet. We like sweet. We like honey. We like chocolate. We like sweet. So we like sweet people. We like sweet energy. How can I help you feel sweet? How can I help you see the joy in the world? I'm going to show these guys. This is my joy. Right there. Bea. That sunshine, that blue sky. When Ruthie smiles, look at her face. She has the sweetest face when she smiles. It changes her. Smiling is a really good thing. When you smile, it's almost impossible to be thinking anything negative. It's like it goes to your brain. I'm happy. I'm happy. So what can you do to bring sweetness into the world at this time? It's a message also to be sweeter to yourself, to be kinder to yourself. In our event that we went to yesterday, she said, if you feel like pulling a card, pull a card. And it's funny, after everything, we were supposed to pull a card, and I only pulled one for the whole series. And it was, love the way you look. Because I've been saying mean things about my body again, because I've been enjoying a lot of Thanksgiving and Christmas yummies. And so I put on like 5 pounds. And when you're 5'2.5", you got nowhere to go but out. So it's about saying sweeter things to yourself. It also is a message to treat yourself. Get yourself a treat. Buy yourself a gift. Allow yourself some time off. Enjoy the sweetness of the fresh air. Enjoy the sweetness of an animal. Enjoy the sweetness of a friend. Understand that you are protected if you do so. You don't have to work all the time. You can take some time and give to yourself. Spirit says, we got your back. No worries. This is delegating authority. I always delegate authority to my higher team, always, before I even ask people. But this person right here, this could be a person, because we are angels walking, right? My business name is the Angels Whisper, the Angels Walking. A lot of people call me Angel. They thought that was my name. And this person could be an angel to you. This person is helping you out. This maybe is your babysitter. This maybe is your hairdresser, your nail lady. This maybe is a friend that you can confide in and work with. This one's an angel to you. Could be that you are an angel to that person. This is also saying that you deserve a reward for all that you've given. You've been a very kind person. My sister said to me yesterday, yes, I have a sister. I've been in contact with my older sister, Teresa. My birth father had 3 children, Dean, Teresa, and Vicky, before my family was brought into existence. And then he had 2 more kids after, Tracy and, oh my God, I know Hannah. Kelly is the little one. So I've been talking to my older sister, Teresa. And why did I bring that up? I've got so many things I'm supposed to be doing. Kids, children, sweet. Why did I bring up Teresa? What was I saying?
Well, she calls you
Angel.
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 Yeah, sweetie.
And I have another friend, and I kept calling her Angel. And she has a business called Angel's Kitchen, and her name is Allison. But that wasn't the mistake. I kept calling her Angel, and she says, actually, I go by Angel. That's how I see myself, and that's how I see her. So my bigger sister was like an angel to me. It's pretty amazing. The connection was like, she's my big sister. I was really excited. I was talking to Ruthie, and I said, I have a big sister, and she thinks like me. She's awakened like I am. We do things a little differently, but we are so in sync in so many ways, and that's a new thing for me. I've got this angel. So that's anything else, Spirit? Hold on. I'm going to see what you guys are saying. Sorry. Hi, Ruthie. Hi, Sherri. Can I please have a reading from the Saints and Angels deck? And I love the wind chimes. Oh, yay. I'm hearing the wind chimes in my periphery. Ruthie is glowing. Ruthie's always glowing. She's a high vibe. May I switch to Saints and Angels? Natasha. Oh, good. Everyone, this is a good deck. I'm telling you. Okay. There's another reason why I brought up Teresa, my sister, and I can't think of what it is right now. Oh, I know why. Because somebody said to her, "You're more Christian than any Christian I know," because she's not religious, thank God. And she says, "Yeah, well, all my good deeds don't get me any higher on that cloud and towards heaven." And I laughed and I thought, yes, it does. Absolutely freaking it does. It puts you on a higher level. And she is a sweetheart. And yes, it does. I laughed at that. I saw her sitting up there as an angel. Well, I don't get any higher on my cloud towards heaven for all the good deeds I do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. In all truth, that's what we were taught, and that's not true. So be a sweetheart to yourself. Plan some fun. Also, Spirit says we will help bring sweetness into your life. If it's been rough, if it's been a challenge, if it's been a lot, call in a little sweetness. Delegate authority to your highest team. And ask if you want maybe sweetness in relationships. I'm calling in a sweet relationship. I got a sweet relationship with Ruthie. I got a sweet relationship with my sister. I've got a sweet relationship with you guys. Christine says she gets called an earth angel. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's what we are. We're here with a path and a purpose, right? So, also, I have a friend, and I think you know her as well. My friend Sharon. She makes it a practice to say nice things to people. She thinks about what can she say. She'll observe them. She'll look at them. She'll see what they're wearing. She'll see what they're going through, what they're talking about. And then she will go up to them and look them straight in the eye. At first, it made me uncomfortable because I wasn't used to receiving this kind of love. And she would say, your outfit is spectacular. You're absolutely beautiful. You're stunning. You're so happy and glowing. And you're like, ugh. And I was like, okay, that's a lot. And now it's kind of like I've learned to just say thank you. Spirit says allow that in, and don't think about the fact that she's gushing all over you and oh my God, I'm on the spot and I'm gonna get embarrassed.
You know how you say, you're a dear.
Yeah,
dear one.
Yeah,
that's what I was getting with that.
You are dear. She says that. She says, "How are you, my dear?" My friend Troy used to call me dear, and I thought, oh, how charming is that to be called a dear. A gentle one. My sister, she says we're very much alike, but I'm what did she say? I'm outgoing and she's more reserved. She's elegant. And I was thinking about her as I was driving to this event yesterday. The last time I drove, I don't know if it was you guys that was in the car with me. A deer leapt over the road. Literally a deer jumped over the road over my car, over the hood in front of us. It was like, wow, spectacular. You are dynamic. You are spectacular. You are glowing. They just said to Ruthie, Ruthie's glowing. That's a compliment. If you think something wonderful and kind about somebody, say it. It doesn't help anybody if you don't say it. All right. Who is next? Hi, Pay. I'm talk a lot. I know. Oh my God. I have no idea where I am. Connie says, I will change to Saints and Angels. Everyone loves this deck. God, who's next? Who's next? Can you help me? Who did I read last? I read, oh my goddess, sorry. Ingrid, Julie, Christine. So is it Christine next? And Christine changed, right? She gets called an earth angel. Christine, oh my goddess. Saints and angels. Okay. Right? Natasha says, I do that too. I always told my children to make eye contact and smile and compliment people. It can lift them in ways we don't know. Absolutely. Hey, she'd like to have a card. Okay. Would you like to do a reading for anybody here?
Oh no, I'll just jump in with.
Okay.
I'm just getting the download.
If I don't get Lori's next, then okay. Oh God, I've got too many people blowing up. Right, Lori's next. And what did Lori change to? Did Lori change to Saints and Angels as well? Because people change. Romance Angels, Lori, right? Romance Angels, Lori. You better catch me if I'm wrong, because I'm about to go to Romance Angels for Lori. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Whew. We've been at this for an hour and a half. God, remember when in the old days, we used to do this in the old days, and sometimes we'd be doing it for 3 hours. You want to talk about and passed out when I was done? Oh my God, it was a lot. But we talked back and forth a lot more. So Lori romance. I'm going to Lori. Okay. And then show me who's after Lori next. You're going to have to keep repeating it because people, when they talk, I'll leave the list, but looks like Christine is doing this. Okay, Christine. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you both. Lori next. Lori romance angels. Ingrid, Lori. Both of you. Thank you. I need both of you actually because somebody needs to put it in. All right, Lori, you need to express your love. Go ahead, make the romantic gesture. Don't wait for someone to jump in and do it. You do it. Whether this is whatever area in your life this might be. Go ahead. Are you safe to do it? Yes. Are they going to react weird? Who cares? Right? It doesn't matter because Spirit says we would like you to express your love. Go ahead. Just like we talked about, right? Go ahead and say something. Go ahead and say what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Maybe you've held yourself back. Maybe you've thought something and didn't want to be outspoken, didn't want to be the first one, didn't want to whatever. Spirit says it is safe for you to go ahead, and they would encourage you to go ahead and make that romantic gesture or express your love to another. Anything you want to say in regards to that? Song in the background, you're the reason I believe in love. It's been difficult for me to trust. I'm afraid that I'm going to F it up. Hello? Somebody's afraid that they might F it up. Okay, sorry. I'm hearing the song, so I got to pop in.
Expressing your love to me means finding somebody that speaks your love language that you can relate to, that you can go and you guys have the same rapport, the same expression of love, the same love language is what I'm hearing with this.
And you know what? This doesn't limit you to love. In all truth, if you're looking at it that way, because Ruthie and I speak the same language. That's why I feel so tight with her. That's why I know she's my soul sister. That's why my older sister, Teresa, I'm like, oh my God, of all my siblings, she was the one I wanted to get to know first. My grandmother told me years ago, and she never knew my grandma, you and Teresa are the most alike. She sings like you do. And Teresa told me that she had at 4 years old, she died, and that she fractaled, and that the first person that she was came into me. And it makes a lot of sense. A fractal of her is within me, because I knew as a child, before I was told about my sister, that my big sister was like me. Who was this big sister? I didn't have a big sister. So pretty interesting. So Connie's next. And Connie is my aunt's name, my father's sister. That's interesting. So we're talking about family here. Interesting. Connie is the fairies. Okay, cool. Let's go to a different deck. Correct neutrality for Connie. How are you doing over there? She's getting more of a tan on her face. I'm the one who needs a tan. Maybe we need to swap seats. Correct neutrality on the levels. I was looking at my face. I'm like, you're looking a little sallow. I haven't been out hiking. I need to hike. Correct neutrality. Whoop. Okay. This is about connecting with your inner child. This is what we did yesterday in our event. We both colored. And it brought how did you feel about that? How did that make you feel yesterday?
I loved the getting back to coloring with crayons. Let's see.
Look at the color of the colors in here also.
Oh, yeah.
And look at your two pictures.
That reminds me of that.
Yep. So show your picture and talk to it.
So
I don't know if there you go. Okay.
So the first part of the meditation was connecting to the first three chakras. And this is what I saw. This is the sun, the portal, the inner child, small like a little pixie, right? Little fairy, uh, and just you know, we come in small, but we have big, big energy, right? We're connected to the all, right? So it's remembering who you are, remembering where you came from, and we are divine children of the light.
I'm having a hard time with that freaking reflection. So is there a message in that? I'm having a hard time with that reflection. Interesting. The fairies overrode that thought. They need me. I love that, Ruthie. Um, why is this child upside down? What did I say? I'm having a hard time with that reflection. Maybe someone's having a hard time connecting to their inner child, connecting to the fact that they have innocence about them, that if there's something in your life that you might think is spoiled, it's not. You can always reconnect to that innocence. That's what we did when we colored. We reconnected to that inner child. The one that I drew, um, I just knew it was a hummingbird. I don't know why. And then the next session I heard dreams to reality. And then the next session. So it was like from I didn't logically choose. My hand started drawing. It was like automatic writing, except for coloring. So when kids go to therapy, play therapy, they are often given crayons and paper because it will express. Maybe you need to actually do this, express yourself as a child would, open, um, not expecting to be shut down, not expecting anything to be go sideways about it. Children are, they think they can be the president of the United States, although why would anyone want to? They think that they can fly, and they can, because look, you've got wings to fly. Yes, you can. You are angelic. You are an angel walking. You are an earth angel. Absolutely. You were in spirit first, and you're here now, but you're still that angelic energy. It also may be telling you that you have a gift with children because you've got that playful childlike energy, that you can help children, help guide children, because the children are the ones that are going to be saving this planet and this system. The world is not ever going anywhere. There's nothing wrong with this world, but we're changing the whole dynamics to love. Can you bring me your pictures back? I wanted to show you. That's this one. So this is what Ruthie drew yesterday. Can you hold up one and I'll hold up the other? Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this. Look at this. This is a Sophia. There's a card in one of my decks. I forgot to bring it out. It's Sophia. And it says there's someone in your life that really needs your love and support at this time. They're also saying let go of fixed expectations, because your fixed expectations are preventing something amazing from happening. Let go of rigid timeframes and fixed expectations. But someone in your life requires your love and perhaps your forgiveness. When I first saw this one, I said, this one looked very innocent. This little one here, that's what I saw, was innocence. So this one here, this could be two different people, right? It could be that this one is more innocent in regards to something. Not as learned, maybe not as comfortable, maybe not as connected to their inner child. This one is vibrating at a very high frequency. What a beautiful combination. This one is guiding this little innocent one. And this one is coming from pure love, because that's where children come from. Love. And maybe part of your purpose, working with children. Okay, that was a lot.
Or inner child healing.
Inner child healing. That's Kara says that's why children want to be president. They want to save the world. Kara is not a happy camper with our president. Yeah, because he's not saving the world. Maya, love the fairies. Spot on, and didn't recognize it. Lots of feelings coming up. Oh my God, thank you, says Connie, for her message. Beautiful. Both of my grandmother's names were Sherri and Ruth. What? Oh my goddess, where are you? I've lost that message. I find this comforting. Oh, how wonderful is that? I've told Ruthie before that I have word association. I pay very close attention to words. I mean, names. If people give me a name, it reminds me of someone and it takes me down that path, and spirit knows that that's what that's going to be doing for me. So that's really amazing. All right, I got to see who's next. My totem flower is pink roses. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to go back to Connie, Fairy, Natasha, Saints and Angels. So I just did Connie, right? Fairy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. And now Saints and Angels is Natasha. Okay. Correct for neutrality. Saints and Angels. Let make it an easier one. Spirit. Make it 1, not 3, because this is a lot. Oh my goddess. It's so beautiful in Sedona right now, you guys. It's crystal blue sky because all the freaking chemtrails aren't working today. It's beautiful. The sun is warm. Oh, I know what I could do. Can you shuffle this deck for me? I'm gonna let her shuffle while I give myself some more sun. I'm gonna do something I should have done before. Hi, baby. Hi, mama. Oh yes. I just got myself a huge message too. Hi, Maven. Hi. You crazy? Oh, are you crazy? Are your mommies crazy? Oh, okay. Okay, you too, Bea. I know. Everybody, you're my best friends. I know. I got so many best friends, I can't even stand it. Are you ready? Oh, this is a cool one. Okay. So what I did just now was I dropped the canopy. I dropped the sail. Remember when Spirit said if on this quest that you're going on, you're like, oh my God, I'm going into rough seas. This is hard for me emotionally. This is hard for me physically. This is hard for me mentally. And Spirit says, you're equipped to do it. You're a strong ship. You can handle this quest, right? But what did I say? If it gets too much, if it's overwhelming, pull into safe harbor and drop your sails. So I just dropped my sails and I'm getting this incredible sun bath. Ah, it's incredible. But I thought about that. Look at this. And that was a wise decision. If it's been getting rough, and you need to step back and you need to take some space or you need to take some time for yourself, need to put up a boundary, whatever it is, that was a wise decision that you made. Also, if you're considering something, that is also a wise decision. Look at the seer, the owl. The owl is the seer. Now, what's interesting is this is a snowy owl, and the snowy owl is the silent flyer. They've done a test, and they had a raven, a falcon, an owl. What was the other one? There were 4 raptors, and they recorded them as they went across, and they all made sounds, but the snowy owl was a silent flyer. So you maybe right now it's best to keep it quiet. It's best not to tell everyone. It's best to stay quiet. It's best to kind of hold back. Also, it may be that there's somebody has a plan or an idea or something's coming that you're not quite aware of. It's going to come in silently, and it's positive. It's absolutely lit up. Because when I look at this guardian angel, to me, when I look at this angel, I see Archangel Uriel. Uriel is the sun, the lion of God, the light of God, the fire of God. And so Uriel is saying, I'm going to light your path. Don't worry. You're not going to run headlong into a wall. We'll give you a heads up before so you know what's coming. So you know what you need to do. Maybe you need to sidestep something, right? Maybe you need to take a step back. Maybe you need to take a step out into the light. Maybe you need to allow yourself to be seen, right? Stop hiding. I can't do this with my eyes because it's bright. Are your eyes brown?
No. Hazel.
What color are they? But they look dark right now.
Yeah, they're hazel.
So she's got the ability to handle the sun more than I can because my eyes are blue, and it hurts I don't have the melanin. I'm getting another message, but I'm gonna go I'm gonna go. Okay, hold on a second. Connie says I did actually feel a bigger message from Saints and Angels. Thank you. And I love the fairies overrode that thought. Okay. Kara, I'm laughing at you. Pay says, I had a dream of a huge white owl hooting and looking at me. So the message in that is pay attention to your intuition. Also, it's not something that you're going to miss. Listen, look, listen, they're going to call. When my birds need for me to get a message, they make a ruckus. And what's interesting is also they work in tandem together, like they help one another, which is what we're doing. And we are speaking, we are singing, we are on the wire, we are on the line, right? We're communicating, both of us here. And so we're helping one another out. So what happens in my backyard a lot is because certain animal totem messengers mean certain things, right? The woodpecker says opportunity is knocking, pay attention. But last week, what happened? The mountain bluebirds made a big scene out there. They were like, la, 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 and I went out to see who's talking, but they didn't show themselves. What showed themselves was the woodpecker. but the woodpecker was quiet. So that means this opportunity might come in very quietly. This opportunity might come in and require, you need to really pay attention. You really need to listen. Somebody's saying I'm no good at being alone. Well, we're talking about working together in tandem, right? We're communicating with one another. None of us are actually good at being alone. We're not supposed to stay alone. We should be good at being alone at times. My name was Sherri. I was meant to share. So, I don't want to be alone. It's best to have alone time, and it's best to be okay with being alone. It's best to be okay in your solitude and recognize the power in it. But then you come out and you share. Because what's the point of you learning and gleaning all this information if you keep it to yourself? I am seeing a bird. What is that bird right there? Is that a robin?
It looks like it.
Robin, new beginning. A new beginning is upon us. Okay, we're ready for it. Okay, always in the positive, always in whatever's in the highest. Now, when I did do that, okay. I've been working with Archangel Uriel this week. Hi, Jenny. All right, I got to go back and see who's next. Oh my goddess, can you read? I can't read this.
I can't see anything.
Oh my goddess. Okay. Natasha, we just did. Becca, Saints and Angels. Oh my goddess. Oh no. I got rid of you accidentally. Sorry. What? That's interesting. Okay, there's a message about that. That did not happen accidentally. I got rid of you accidentally, someone says. Literally. Like, let's take that message literal. Shit, I didn't mean to get rid of you totally. That was accidental. My bad. I got to figure out how to retrace my steps here. How can I do some damage control? Because I was like, whoa, did I lose you? No, I was able to reconnect. Ooh, message in that. What do you need to do in order to reconnect to someone that you accidentally lost? I didn't mean to drop you down the drain. Sorry. Okay. Who did I say? I found out who it was. Becca, Saints and Angels. Okay. Do you have any other messages that you want to give so I can breathe for a second?
Oh, well, with the owl card, I was hearing silence is golden, right? So sometimes, like, in the background, it was dark, like the night. So, when we feel like we're lost in the dark and we can't see where we're going and we can't perceive what's about to happen, it's in that quietness, and that, when you go into yourself, you hear wisdom. You get messages, little tiny sparks of clarity, and Spirit's always testing us to see what we do with that. Where do we take it? How far do we grow that little spark into like a flame? That's what I was getting from that.
Okay, so for Becca, what came out, no surprise, is animals. And this is Master Jesus. They show St. Francis of Assisi. This looks like Troy. And my friend Troy in Wisconsin, my mama Sherri, it wasn't a happy story, but she woke up. She says she goes into the kitchen. It's like 5:30 in the morning, and Troy's been visiting and staying in his old room. And he's sitting at the kitchen table. And he's probably mad at me for saying this, but he's probably not watching this. Anyway, he's crying. And he heard her come in, and he says, "What have you done? What have you done?" And he was working with a little mouse that was stuck on a sticky pad. And he was really angry and he was crying. He says, "I've been working for the last 4 hours trying to remove his little leggy, and it broke his little leggy. And I think of my little monkey." And Mama Sherri, she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." She never would use one of those things again. I love my Mama Sherri. She's very kind. But sometimes you don't realize, like, wow, and Troy, this looks like Troy. And every time I see this card, I think of him and his kind and compassion for animals. And if you didn't know him before, the Merlin that passed in my arms last year looked identical to this cat. So he's back. He's in another form, but he's back. This says that you have a sense of kindness and compassion with animals that they read. Your ability to work with them and understand them is profound. And they come to you, they trust you. There are so many animals in this message right here. St. Francis of Assisi. So my mother's name was Francis. And she said to me, she's going to come back in my house and come back in my life, in my home, in the form of a cat. Because she knew that no other animal would be treated with such royalty as the cats in my home. And she is in my home as Saphira, my beautiful Siberian forest cat, which is what this cat is, a Siberian forest cat. So what I want to say to you, and I'm not gonna out you here, but Becca's got a touch with animals and with animals that are hurting, and this is confirmation again that yes, you already know what this means for you, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. You already know. Okay, let me see. Hold on, I got to see who's next. Maya, with no preference. Maya, if you're reading still with no preference, okay, you choose what Maya wants. We've got romance angels, we've got fairies, we've got unicorns, and we've got saints and angels for Maya.
Let's see romance.
Okay. Correct neutrality. I gotta go back. Song in the background. Cold, cold heart. I'm not the man they think I am at home. And I said, I gotta go back. Someone needs to go back. Someone acted very coldly towards another and they need to undo it, or they need to do something differently. I need to go back. Yeah, it's on you to go back, is the message from Spirit. It is on you. You're right. So, oh my goddess, it's so freaking bright. Brightness is good though. I'm not the man they think I am at home. Pay says unicorns if I have time. Pay says, funny, I'm sitting here going to watch a movie called Troy. Maybe Troy is watching. Hey, Lion, what's up? What's up? Lion with a what is that? What is that? Motorcycle. Indian motorcycle. It's an inside thing. Okay, who? Romance Angels for Maya. Pay wants one, and who else? If somebody's still keeping track. Did you have anything else you wanted to say about that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. For Maya. We, inquiring in minds, want to know what's happening in Maya's love life.
She wants to know what's happening.
She wants to know what's happening in her love life. Whoa. Okay. Holy crumb. There's true love coming in for you. Holy granola. I felt that something was coming soon. And this is a romance of a lifetime. So what do you have to do to bring that in? You need to romance yourself. You need to be your own true love first. Because whatever energy we're vibrating at, that's what we're bringing in. If you don't like what you're bringing in, if you're bringing in nothing, or if the options are ick or slim, you need to love yourself more. But Spirit says, if anyone's asking about this love, this is a once in a lifetime. This is a true love. Wow. This angel, check out the angel on the shoulder of this knight, or of this emperor, or of this king, or of this queen, or of this empress, or of this princess. Do you notice anything about the expression? I don't have to do anything. She's kind of bored. She's kind of like looking around. She's like, my job's done, dude. I'm just hanging out. Look, I don't have to work hard at this. Look at that angel's face. The other angel was holding on to the bow like, hey, okay, look, I shot that arrow. Did you feel it? Are you getting it? Are you starting to feel that oomph coming through? This one's like, I already done my job. Look at that face. Oh my God, it's hysterical. Ooh, I'm getting a message too. Okay, Maya, this isn't necessarily your message. There is a young one that does feel left out. Someone feels left out. Someone is very wistful. They want this. They want this. They don't have this. That could be you. That little angel, that could be you as an earth angel. I want this. I had this once before, or I've never had this and I want it and I deserve it. And Spirit says, when you observe this in another, I've learned this trick because I'm not with the love of my life. And I am definitely only drawing in the love of my life. I'm not looking for a player. I'm not looking for a one-night stand. I'm not looking for a codependent person. I'm not looking for a friend. I want my life partner, and he better be vibrating the frequency that I'm vibrating. So what do I have to do? Make sure I'm vibing high, right? I also have to have an open heart. I have to drop down that protective little wall in order to allow I have to get out there, Maya, and see people. I've got to go places where there are males, where there is the opposite sex. Right? I got to look, and Bea just walked up right then. So you know what? Taking the dogs for a walk is a great place to meet people. I'm telling you, hiking is a great place to meet people. You meet people all day long. Get out of business mode and start paying attention to who's coming in. But this little wistful energy, I've said this about my friend Mary Dancer and her husband. Did they get married, you guys? Was Mary or are they engaged? I can't remember. I think doesn't matter. Mary and Viola, and I watch these couples that I look at that and I'm like, I want that. Bask in that energy. Be excited and be around that energy. That's what brings you into that energy. What else do you have to? or brings that energy into you? What do you have to share? Especially since we're talking about Maya. Maya is Ruthie's roommate, like her little sister.
To me, this looks like spirits telling her to breathe. To, this is coming, and he's got your back.
I like that. We like it when they have our back.
This looks like co-creation. He looks like he's sensitive and strong, and a warrior, right?
He also doesn't feel the need to protect himself with her. His sword is sheathed, and that's not a joke. He's not effing around with other people. His sword is sheathed, but he's not trying to protect himself from her. But he's also ready to protect her.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I am capable. I love how you read him. Sensitive, strong, equipped. My spiritual twin said to me, life's tough, better wear a helmet. He's wearing a helmet, but it's a pretty fancy one. I like his helmet. Decorate your helmet. All right. Decorate your helmet. Ooh. Decorate your helmet. So what I said, I have a little altar here on my back deck. You can probably see it. It's through the catio, right through there. There's Kuan Yin. I don't know if you see her in the shadows, but she is my altar for love. And the only one, no one knew that until now, but I had an agreement with her and my mom, because my mom says, I'll bring him back. And there are crystals, specific crystals in there. Also a little jar of fairy wishes that are in there, and it sits there. And I walk past it every day, and I look at it, and I recognize I don't have to stress it. I don't have to worry, because I'm bringing that energy towards me, right? So for you. All right. Who else is next? Hi, Michelle. Haha, Maya. No preference for Kara. All right. So I'm going to do Kara right now because I don't. Hi, Jenny. Okay. I've got Pei and I've got Kara. Remember that. Pei and Kara.
Hey.
And Pei has no preference. Isn't that what I just said? Kara said no preference. What did Pei say? Pei says unicorns, please. Okay. I was wearing this big, heavy sweatshirt before.
So warm.
Oh my God, I would have been roasting. She's like, well, what about the wind? And I'm like, it's always protected in this little sacred space. It's just, and I'm roasting in what I'm wearing. And I dressed a little lighter. Correct for neutrality. For Pei, magical unicorns. Correct for neutrality. Correct for neutrality. Magical unicorns. I'm sorry if oh God. You know what? Can you read this? Can you see? Hold on. I got to stop for a second. Because I got to see if, oh my God, there's people talking on here. Hello, girls. Hi. Hi from France. Oh my God, it's Morgan Le Fay. It's Morgan Le Fay. It's my friend. And I wonder if Ruthie might have something to say to you. I think that's pretty funny. I want your deck Amy Shailene, I want your deck. Okay. And Becca, hi Ruthie, hi Sherri. And Rebecca, hello. Hello. Okay, hi Amy. I had to stop for a second and read that because I forgot that they can speak on there. I think we might have to move indoors, or I might have to pop my umbrella back up so I can actually see, because that was a lot. So Pei is here. Morgan Le Fay wants my deck. So can you hold this for Morgan Le Fay? So Ruthie, who do you see me in the astral?
So the first archetype that I encountered was Morgan Le Fay, which the archetype to me represents, she's the queen of fairies, and connected to Avalon, right? She's also connected to ravens, and Merlin. Merlin was her mentor. So,
oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool, because I'm called She Who Walks with Raven. She didn't know that before she saw that archetype. That's why Ruthie's not full of shit. She's the real deal. She sees the real deal. I'm telling you, I don't promote people that are bullshit. I don't. Because I'm very authentic and I stand in my integrity, and they must, if I'm going to promote them, they must also be doing that. And she's proven herself. So, she who walks with Raven, Morgan Le Fay, mentor. So I thought about Merlin being my mentor. Spirit said he's my catalyst. He's my catalyst for change. I'm also being shown that my counterpart is Merlin. And so I love that, because what did I say about not seeing yourself as more equipped or more on a higher level than another? Merlin is my mentor. So I'm going to be learning. I want a partner in my life that I'm going to learn from. I want somebody who's bringing something to the table, right? That person's going to challenge me. I like that. Okay, correct neutrality. Woo! Too many, Spirit. Okay.
Oh, I like that one.
I know.
That one got highlighted.
So grandparent is what came out. So you have a special bond either as yourself as a grandparent or with a this is Pei, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as a grandparent, my grandmother is in spirit, and this is incredible because this is a rainbow Pegasus, which is who I am. So I will give you my message because this is how I work, right? I can't give you as an example, so I'll give myself so you can get the general message. You've got a bond that cannot be broken. And I love this because I've got a grandson. I have one grandson named Trey that I love so much. And I have not been able to speak to him in the last 4 years, 5 years almost. But we have a bond that is unbreakable. He is connected on a spiritual level and we talk the same language. I love him. And if his mommy's watching, let him know that I love him. My son also has a little boy that I've never met. And his name is Teddy. And when my son was a little boy, he had a teddy bear and he called him Tiny Ted. And my son is when you described that man, that's my son. My son is very tall, very slim, and he's very sensitive. He's a super sensitive, and religion has messed things up for him. So it's conflicted with that. The bond, I've never met this little boy, Teddy, but when he named his son, he called him Theodore, now he has his own Tiny Ted, and he's a really good dad. And so I have dreamed being with my son and my grandson, Teddy. I have not been in their physical. I've never physically met him. I've seen pictures of him and he's beautiful. He looks like an angel. He has curly golden hair and big blue eyes and he's stunning. It's like stunning. I saw him at about 8 years old with my son coming to me. So it may be a premonition. It may just be showing that even that bond cannot be broken. That's my grandchild. That's my baby. So it's telling you this. It's also saying that the bond between you and a grandparent is unbreakable. And this one, when I see this Pegasus, obviously this is me, but I have a very strong bond with my grandma. She's one of my strongest guides. She has always been my hero. She didn't do everything right. She wasn't, she didn't do everything right as a grandparent. She didn't do everything right. Yes, she did. I can't think of anything she didn't do right as a grandparent, but she had difficulty with my mom, and she would never call herself perfect. She's the first one to say, I stand corrected. I love that. That was her expression. She's also the one that says, can we agree to disagree? The wisdom of grandmothers is insane. So this is also saying you can be a grandparent to ones that are not yours, your birth children. You hold that grandparent energy. This is a rainbow Pegasus. The Pegasus is a 1 in a million. This Pegasus is magical, powerful. Angels, unicorns, dragons, fairies, narwhals. What else is there? They're all spirit creatures. They're real.
Dragons.
This bond can never be broken. So maybe this is asking. So what I'm getting here is I will call upon my spiritual team. So I'm asking my grandma and my mom to help me with my grandchildren's connection and with my son and my daughter. Religion is a bitch, man. It causes a lot of problems. And you know what? Karma's only a bitch if you are. Okay, who's next?
Le Fay.
Morgan Le Fay. What is Pei saying about the ravens? Someone putting on sad faces. Ravens built their nest in front of our home. Ravens are also soulmates. They mate for life. They're very incredibly loyal and they like shiny things. And they bring treats to those who help them. They will bring presents to you. Put little shiny things out for them because they love them. They'll bring them to and give them to each other as well. They love one another. They're an example of how you want to be with your raven partner. What did she say? Did she say? She said my deck. Okay. For Morgan Le Fay, I love that name, which is so funny because I've always loved it and I didn't recognize why. It's an aspect of me. Correct for neutrality on all levels.
This
Morgan Le
is going to be your
Fay.
message too.
So it's my message too. Okay. Okay. Oh my goddess. Are we ready for this? Seriously? The Raven. She who walks with Raven. Morgan Le Fay walks with Raven. Magic and Miracles. We talked about the Ravens and how they're loyal and how they like shiny things. And what did they say? Ruthie was glowing, right? She's all shiny, sunshiny. Her face is sunshiny. But the message for the Raven, I thought of something in my head about Morgan Le Fay and I, and who Morgan Le Fay stands for outside of myself as a mirror to me. And I thought of it was, I'm called She Who Walks with Raven. And I felt like it was my Raven. So Spirit stands at the ready. Oh, I'm not going to interrupt myself this time because I kind of butchered that, didn't I, last time? So Spirit stands at the ready, always at our side, but they must respect our free will. So they may see us struggle, cry, and wonder, why are they why are they not stepping in? Okay, I'm going to disrupt myself because she said someone's putting on a sad face. Why are you not stepping in? And we must ask, please help me. Because why? Because they are respecting our free will choices. You chose this. That's why. And the second you ask for help, they will fly in. The second, they will without hesitation speedily fly to our rescue. They will bring us this help in a myriad of ways. Some way may not understand at the time. Okay, but trust they're on it. I'm going to stop right there. The way they come to us as help. Sometimes help is hurtful. Sometimes we see it as a slap, right? A doctor, if somebody's hysterical, the doctor's like, snap out of it. You're like, what? Sometimes Spirit gives us a smack. Seriously. And it's our own higher selves that are giving us a smack. It's like, you know what? You need to stop what you're doing and recognize what's happening here. You're calling this in. Pay attention. So sometimes the help comes in the form of a challenge. Understand that. Recognize, why is this happening? What am I meant to learn from this? How can I grow forward from this? How can I benefit from this? How can I turn this to my highest good? We must remember that Spirit has no limitations, and we are now seeing that if we align with Spirit, we will have no limitations. We are breaking past generational patterns. We are the ones that are changing our world. We are the ones teaching these coming after us to raise the children. What do we talk about the children? About the grandparents, right? We're raising these children knowing no limitations, like my little monkey Merlin. We do this by understanding that we have the power to do so. We are here now creating what in the past others would call miracles. We are miracle creators. This is the apothecary where healing magic happens. We are making magic happen. Yes, we are. We are all doing this, but we are especially doing this in this sanction. Sanction. I was going to say sanctuary, but sanction. Isn't a sanction a rule? We're breaking old rules and old patterns. Interesting. No limitations. So by recognizing the power of our words and our intentions, followed by purposeful action, and the wind is blowing now. You don't necessarily see the wind, but you see its action, right? So Spirit's saying by purposeful action, the Raven teaches us that we must expect magic and miracles to be an active part of co-creating with Spirit. Learn to walk with magic and miracles. And I'm called She Who Walks with Raven. Learn to walk with magic and miracles. And as I said that, Master McFinn just showed up. But the problem with Master McFinn, can you come here? I can't let you in. So Master McFinn is the love of my life. But he's covered in dust right now. So he needs to go shake something off because I don't need him bringing in what he's carrying into my clean home. Did I get it on you? No. All right. My highest self makes me physically sick if I'm going off path. It's always your own self that gives you the worst wake-up calls, says Maya. True. How many times have you been told to slow it down, relax, take it easy, stop taking on other people's crap, stop doing other people's work? And what ends up happening, you get a sore throat or your stomach's upset or you get diarrhea because you need to shit that crap out. You need to not be carrying that stuff. Every physical manifestation has an emotional root cause. If there's something going on in your body, ask yourself, what is happening? What do I need to do to release this? Excellent, Maya. All right, who was next? Kara. No preference. Pick one for Kara. Magical unicorns. Me likey. For Kara. Kara's my hairdresser in Sedona. She has a business called the Hair Shack Baby, and she's fabulous, and she's a fabulous person. Anyway, she's a sweetheart. Aren't you middle child too? Because I'm middle child. Middle children kind of come together. Hi. Oh, this is a middle children. She is a middle children. She came in between the babies and Bea, and she's constantly like, I want lobbies. I want lobbies. What about me? Okay, we got to stop a minute. Got to stop a minute for the kisser. Yeah. She has a liquor problem. Yeah. She has a liquor problem. She's always licking her. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're a little ridiculous. Are you a little ridiculous? Okay. That's good. That's good. Thank you. Take your tail somewhere else. Correct for neutrality for Kara. Uh-oh, here comes the original. The OG. Bea. Bea Sabia. Bea Sabia. Bea Sabia. Beautiful girlfriend. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I know. There's a lot happening right here. Master McFan, go clean your fur. Go dust it off. Correct for neutrality. Why do you want to be inside now anyway? Kara. I love it when you do it like that. I'm seeing hot pink highlighted. Look at the little dots. Hot pink. That's my mom's color, hot pink. Hot pink. Ooh. Wow. Are you ready for this? Dude. That's my mom's color. Love from your parents. My dad is, I don't know where my dad is right now. My birth father's in spirit. My mother, I just said that's my mother's color. She just showed up and there it is. So your parents, no matter what, they loved you as much as they could. This is talking about, she has a very close connection to her dad, Kara. He's a sweetheart. They're all close to him, which is wonderful. So they can all help. So are you concerned about your dad maybe a little bit? Maybe you need to go have a good laugh with your, because they show here, it's time for some fun. It's time for laughter. You need a good laugh with other people. Interesting. So look at both the dad, the baby, they're all unicorns. They're all one in a million. The fairies are there. Okay, you can go in now. I'll let you in. Okay, go in. Turn around. Can you get in that way? Good job. No, you can't come out, monkey. Merlin's trying to get out. You can't go in either. We're all hot here. Okay, love from your parents. So that's the first thing I got is no matter what they did the best that they could. It feels like there's a very close connection to a paternal figure here. Well, that's a message to me because my paternal parent, one of them I never really got to know. And I'm finding out a lot about him that's kind of left me a little, it's made me appreciate actually the one who raised me. No matter what, he did the best he could. He was a strong supporter and he was kind and he was generous and he did the best that he could and he's doing what he thinks is right. So I release, because forgiveness flew out too. I don't know where it went, but that was one of the ones too. Who do you need to forgive? I don't know why it didn't. Is it on the bottom?
Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but it said forgive. Who do you need to forgive? So Kara, I don't know. There could be 3 different messages here. You need a good laugh. Who do you need to forgive? President Trump, for one. I don't get politically involved, so I'm able to relax because it's like, whatever. They're just a puppet. Do you have anything you want to offer to those?
It feels to me like she, taking your own advice, what you give out to a little child, being your own a parent to your own inner child, right? It feels like taking the time to remember, it's okay to. It just feels like you need to give yourself a hug, is what I'm getting from this. You just need to laughter, play. You need to play.
Also, going along with you need to, I got that too, like you need to release the stress around the situation. So what I'm looking at, as far as literally the president, and I know how you feel about what's happening. And so to me, it's like the president's supposed to be caring for the country, right? And so your spirit says, you know what, let go of the stress around this situation. Don't allow it to affect you in a negative way. You are always being cared for by your Heavenly Father, Mother God. And when my stepfather disowned me for the 5th time, I thought, wow, I don't have any parents. My parents are dead, and I'm dead to the one that's alive. And then I thought, that's not true. I have a Heavenly Mother, Father God, and that's who I go to. And wow, they've got no limitations, and they do not see me in a negative light ever. They do not. They don't. They correct me in love. They correct me by praising what I'm good at. So cobblestone streets and the fairies and the goose never leave a wounded bird behind. They're flying. One of the wow, there's a message in that, Kara. Never leave a wounded bird behind. Now, it may not be your message. It may be that it's for everyone. So I'm just going to say what I'm seeing. So these ones are walking down this cobblestone path, and this Canadian goose is flying in the sky with another fairy. But this fairy, these two fairies here, and the ones that are walking with the unicorn, this one's not flying, and neither is this one. And the Canadian goose says, never leave a wounded bird behind. They will stay behind with them, or they will walk with them. They will, so, or they won't fly until the other one is ready to go, or they won't fly at all. They will stay with them. So there's loyalty here. Obviously, I can enjoy myself, and I have fun with the people that I trust and who are loyal to me and who have my back and who walk by my side and who are there to communicate and confide, right? That's what I get from this. You don't walk alone on your path. They're having fun as they go. Any more from you?
No,
that's good.
That's it.
I feel like it's from my mom. That's awesome. Love those girls. Kara needed some extra loves. Oh, I'm missing. Oh, I'm glad you said that. Okay, so people cannot pronounce my name. They call me Pegasus. Oh my God. I love unicorns and little people and dragons, etc. I have a dragon statue sitting in front of my laptop. I would love to be called Pegasus. That's amazing. It's who I am. That's so freaking cool. That is so cool. The song said, I don't know what I'm crying for. I couldn't love you more. Got highlighted. I don't know what I'm crying for. I couldn't love you more. I don't know what I'm crying for. I couldn't love you more. That's why you're crying, because your heart is overwhelmed with emotion. I couldn't love you more. Do you understand? I'm getting a message, and I'm just going to put it out there. Do you understand why I did what I did? I did it because I love you. I didn't come from a place of hate. I did it because I love you. Do you think it's easy for me? Do you think it's easy for me to cut you off? Do you think it's easy for me to put up a boundary? Do you think it's easy for me to walk away and turn my back? I have love for you in my heart. I did it out of love. There's the message. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Talking about Kara's mom. Yeah, she needs some hug from her mom, so she got it. I think, do we have everyone? I'm thinking about, what did I say? Sometimes love, sometimes highest and spirit gives us a smack, right? So if a kid does something, they keep running, like my kittens, they keep running over and jumping up on the counter, and I've got a gas stove. They could get hurt there. And with little kids, they're like, well, eventually they're going to burn their hand. They're not going to do it again. No, not them. They keep jumping up. And so I say, no. And everybody freaks out. As soon as I said that, they took off. She's like, oh my God. But I had to get firm with you because I'm trying to protect you, right? I'm trying to help you. And sometimes, what did I say? Love sometimes comes in a form of a challenge. And it's challenging, maybe not just for, like, it broke my heart to see my son cry. My son was so super sensitive. My daughter bounced back really fast. And I'm going to say something, Lacey, if you're listening. That doesn't mean that my heart didn't break to see you cry, because it did. Maybe that just needed to be said. Maybe someone didn't express that. Maybe someone didn't say how they felt, that, I don't like to see you cry. It moved me. It moved me. Don't use that. Don't use emotions to manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
That's not okay, because I'm a very empathetic person. Ruthie is a very empathetic person, and we are moved by others' pain. But there are some people that use that and they manipulate to get attention, and that is not okay. It's not okay. And it causes, unfortunately, when that's repeated with people, it causes people to pull back and not share that love so openly because they don't want to be manipulated. Anyone else wants a reading? Oh, my goddess. Who was it on YouTube that I needed to read for? I did say somebody else. I'm not ignoring you guys. I just can't see. Morgan Le Fay, Gina, Rebecca, Amy. Amy Shailene. Thank you for saying that, Maya. Amy did. Amy wants a message from my deck. Amy ordered my deck. I sent it. It was sent off. It was insured and wrapped, and she got it. Opened up the package that somebody else had resealed, and my deck was missing. And this is the only deck I have. I don't have any other decks. So it is insured up to $100, so she can get her money back because I gave her the tracking number. But how weird is that, right? Somebody got that deck. Woo. Ooh, I love this. So I will tell you that I don't work with angels or archangels, well, archangels that I don't know. I don't work with them. I don't talk about them. I don't speak with them unless they've shown themselves to me. Okay. When they come to me, then I know they're part of my team and I work with them. So this is Archangel Jophiel. First thing I see is my best friend Serenity in Wisconsin. I have more than one best friend, P.S. I have a few best friends because I love them both in different ways. There's no competition. I hate competition. I freaking hate it. I will never compete for your energy, and I don't ever want you to compete for mine. If you feel like you need to compete, there's a problem. And Spirit said that needed to be highlighted because the wind is going nuts right now. There's a competition. Don't ever allow a competition to come between you and a friend or you and a loved one, family member. Competition sucks. It just tells you that you don't feel like I don't know, you've got a problem with your self-esteem and you need to work on it. It's an inside job. So I'm Archangel Jophiel. She's the scales of justice. She's balanced. She looks like my friend Katie as well here. Yellow again, friends. She's balancing the hearts, which is interesting. That's a job that Anubis does. Balances the souls, checks, that's interesting. So Archangel Jophiel, I'm here to enlighten you to divine wisdom. A couple of my specialties are creative arts and beauty. I have come to tell you that you are far too hard on yourself and how you think you should look in the mirror, as well as in this world. Did you know that the key to manifesting is seeing it as already done, speaking of it as already having been achieved? Are you ready to help yourself? If so, please repeat these words out loud. I walk in my perfect body. How does it feel to walk with confidence, lightness of heart, contentment, satisfaction? Try those feelings on right now. One incredibly simple way to help you do that is to smile. Are you smiling? I am. Now say, I am content. I am satisfied. I am creative. I love who I am, what I am becoming, and the incredible gifts that I bring to this world. I am the most beautiful, creative work in progress, and I am only getting better. Well done. Are you still smiling? What would you like to add to this one?
This reminds me of the last drawing that we did at meditation, right? Like, see the heart?
Oh, sorry, guys.
It has that energy to it. Like,
the colors are all there.
Mm-hmm.
Turquoise, green, yellow, red, and all the colors of the rainbow above. Again, this is the rainbow energy that we're bringing. We are bringing rainbow, Lyran light to this planet.
The balance, right?
Yeah.
It's infinite.
Infinite supply. You know what's interesting that I just picked up on? I don't know if you guys could see. Thank you. If there's any more, don't let me cut you off.
No.
I'm just noticing that Ruthie has rainbow stars all over her outfit. Do you see them? They're highlighted in the sun. I love it. I just noticed that. What I'm noticing is sometimes it takes two. There's two hearts in here in this one little dish, and there's one heart in this little dish. So you may feel like you're doing more than another, but somebody may be bringing the most of what they have to the situation. It's still balanced. Two of these little ones make up for that one big one. What does that mean, Ruthie?
two little ones make up for one
Look,
big
they're
one?
both balanced. They're both in balance. Can you?
The the only thing I hear is to thy own self be true. That's what I'm hearing with that. Know thyself, love thyself, trust thyself, and you will be in balance.
Ooh, I got something else. This may be a child. This may be a blended family coming in together. This may be my son and my grandson. This may be my daughter and my grandson. These two hearts. But my love is balanced and equal between the two of them. My daughter used to say my son was my favorite. He wasn't. He was never my favorite. Ruthie's not my favorite over Serenity. They're not my favorites. I love them equally. Equally. I love them the same. I love both of my children the same. I love both of my grandchildren the same, but for different reasons. My grandma was a pro. How many grandkids does she have? Garth, Greg, Sherri, Sean, Aaron, Cara. 6 grandkids. And Rita, 7, which is my number. My little sister that passed. 7 grandchildren. And sometimes you think that the first ones, like the first, we were there first for a while. Garth was there first, then Greg, then I came, then Sean came, then Aaron, and then Cara, right? And we were talking about, with my sister yesterday, we were talking, actually I was reviewing a message that my sister and I were talking about. And it was talking about the different families. My father had 3 sets of families. He had Dean, Vicky, and Teresa. Then he had Greg and Sherri. Then he had Kelly and Tracy. And she says, as is often the case, the last family is the one that gets it. She says that she hears that Tracy and Kelly talk about our dad, like, you know, he's still with them. He's their family. He got the best of them. They got the eldest part of him. He had his corners knocked off. But what the message we got here today was your parent did the best they could where they were at the time, right? My friend Lisa just lost her mother, and it's a big deal. She had, I always say she had 9 kids, but I don't know if you had 6 kids and there's like 9, one of your sisters had 9 kids. I can't remember what it was, but they were best friends forever. How many years? 75 years were they married? It was ridiculous. Something insane. Like, what a love story. And she just passed recently, and it's heart-wrenching and it's very difficult. And so there's a lot of focus and emphasis on parents right now. And Kara was talking about her mother in spirit, and I'm having thoughts about my father in spirit. And this also looks like my mother. I've actually seen my mother in spirit, and this is what she looks like now. She has long auburn hair, and she was about 30, 35, 36 years old. I think 35 is when you're at your maturity.
Yeah.
You're at your best. And that's where I saw my mom. So glad you hear that Canadian mom come out right then. That's funny. My mother and I have become friends more so in spirit because I'm seeing her from a higher perspective, and she is balancing things out in my life. I'm seeing so many of my friends in this picture. I see Maya in this picture too. If I love myself the most, I will get the love that I'm calling in, this 2 little couple. But I love myself first. I choose me first, right? All right. Oh my God, somebody's crying. Oh, hold on. Hay says, funny, I sat here crying for I don't know why. Why? Let it out. It's amazing. It's emotion that needs to be released. Ask why you're crying. Thank you for this resonated for me. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone on YouTube want a reading? Okay, so I think I want to do a reading for Amy, and I don't know if you're there, Amy Fuerte. I don't know. Amy was with my soul family, my original soul family meetups a long time ago, and I didn't know how to get a hold of her because she had a different page, and I kept sending the invitations, and finally she's here. So I'm going to offer a reading, and she can take it or leave it, but obviously it's going to be a message for all of us. What do we want? Which one?
I do from your deck again.
My deck?
That's what I heard.
Okay. The white people are melting.
I am melted.
What is that movie? The white people are melting. It was Chandler Bing, whoever played Matthew Perry, and what's that cute little sexy brunette Spanish? They did that movie together, and they were on Lake Mead on a boat, and the Mexicans were just loving it. They're used to the heat, right? And ooh, this is interesting. And the father, they were third-degree sunburns. It was hysterical. And he goes, "Has anyone noticed that the white people are melting?" So hold on a second. I'm going to let you look at this because something's going to come to you. I know. I'm going to put the canopy back up. You didn't say anything.
I'm going to wait to hear the message.
This is Merlin. She saw Merlin as a Bengal tiger, and he is a Bengal tiger. This is my monk. Walk gently in your wild ways, Spirit says to the tiger. Okay. This tiger is swimming amongst lily pads and just enjoying the water. You think that cats don't like water. Big cats do. I do. Ooh, so many messages in that. Eyes closed, meditating. Okay. There is no challenging your strength nor ability. But for now, Spirit says, walk gently in your wild ways. The visual of a powerful tiger calmly relaxing in his or her emotional waters. Maybe this is something that you need to do literally, as in soak in a sea salt bath. Okay, twice today, sea salt bath, so that's a yes. Go to the river, ocean, or lake, or perhaps the closed eyes of this great beast as he or she floats amongst the lily pads, gently bobbing in the still water, is a way to calm his or her emotional tendencies. Perhaps you're quick to temper, or quick to walk away, or quick to lash out in self-protection. Whatever the situation is, you know how this applies to you. Song in the background. I push and I push and I pull away. I give and I give and I take. So this person's going back and forth in their emotional waters on the radio. Whatever the situation is, you know how this applies to you. Your strength, determination, and focus are all gifts of yours. Use them wisely. I'm hearing the words razor focused. So perhaps you're overly focused on your work, a particular situation, an outcome that you're desiring, a person, or something that you would like to achieve. For now, you're being asked to tone it down, maybe because you're coming across ferociously, or perhaps you just need to chill out because you're asking too much of yourself, your situation, or yourself. So when Zoe and I did this deck, I didn't want to do the proofreading because I wanted the deck to come out and be a surprise when the cards came. I haven't even gone through all the cards yet in this deck. I haven't spoken of them all, and I channeled them. So many of them I actually don't recall until I start reading them. But there was a couple of faux pas. There were a couple of sentences that were missed. This sentence repeated twice. But somebody else said, no, it was meant to be repeated twice. So let me tell you again. Because you're asking too much of yourself, your situation, or yourself. It's going back to yourself. You're asking too much of yourself right now. So chill out, relax. Don't be so hard on yourself. Allow the visual of the lilies floating across the top of the water to settle upon your third eye. Breathe deeply in. Close your eyes in the stillness available to you. Allow any frustration or aggressive tendencies in any direction to just be at peace for now. Give your body what it deserves. All is well. And angels are singing right now. When the bells chime, the angels are singing. I also have that tiger. Tigers are great. Tiger energy is powerful. Do you have anything about that?
It was what I was thinking the message was going to be. As tigers that go, big cats, they turn into little kittens when they're playing, right? They're, so it's like taking a bath. Babies, children take baths, right? Adults like to take showers. So yeah, spiritual bath.
This is for Amy, right? Amy, you're too hard on yourself. Amy is an incredible writer, and she's funny as hell. She's so funny. She's got a dry sense of humor, and she's usually makes herself the butt of the joke. So maybe that's what it is. Walk gently in your wild ways. Don't tear yourself up quite so much. She has a twin sister who's in that she worries about a lot, Sarah, and you've done a lot for her. I think you just really need to relax. You just bought yourself, what was it that I saw? The crystal earrings. I like that. I like that you are caring for yourself. When I see that, it makes me happy. All is well. Relax. All is well. Everybody is here on their own path with their own lessons to learn, and we can't save another, right? We can't work for another. We can't manifest for another. We can be there for another, as you are for Sarah, but you need some time for yourself and where you don't feel guilty about taking that time. All resonated with me, said Pegasus. I'm going to call you Pegasus from now on. All right. Anybody over there on that side? Now I can see you, stinkers.
You might want to repeat, is what I had heard before we close out the bracelets. Like how much? If
Okay, so these are the healing amulet, Reiki charged tools, jewelry tools. What did I say this one was? 225 or 175?
I think it was 225.
225 is this black. No. Agate. Black agate, mink, vintage mink, and leather. If this is a tool that you would like to purchase. And this one is the python snake. What does it mean to you? How can it help you on your journey? Right? In what you're trying to, like, the snake is about transformation, transmutation. Also okay, here's something I'm getting from this that I didn't get before. When I had my massive grand mal awakening, I call it a grand mal because if you have a grand mal seizure, it's like big, right? So this was a grand mal awakening that I had. And the python is the kundalini. The snake it made me that's what I heard right away was the kundalini. And what happens to you, and some of you may be aware, many may not, because I wasn't aware, spirit showed it to me, is what happens when you have a grand mal awakening like that is you have kundalini, you can suffer from kundalini madness. It's an actual condition. You might think that you're going crazy. You might think that there's something imbalanced with you. I know that when I was going through it, my daughter posted on Facebook, your mother, you need to cut your mother off because she needs to be hospitalized. She needs to seek psychiatric help because she thinks she's speaking to angels and she's in love with a man who doesn't exist. At my daughter, I'm not blaming you, Lisa, and but that's where she was at that moment. She couldn't understand what was happening to me. Do you think I understood what was happening to me? I was having a grand mal awakening and everything was happening at once. The lightning stone in the center, which is the labradorite, it's the combination. If you look at the colors, it's blue and green. It's communication and heart healing and vibrational frequency coming out of this flower. Your kundalini madness is actually you expanding and coming out of it, recognizing, holy crap, I'm connected to all of this and I can make this happen. I've been going through another grand mal awakening as of late, realizing that I am the true master. I am the true creator of my reality. And so this is super powerful. And this one was, what was the other one? God, I hope I get this right. Was this one 125?
That was one.
125.
Yeah.
And they're both Reiki charged. Okay. Maya, 333. Yes, agate. I forgot you were there. Thank you to help me. She's all into crystals, which is another reason why we vibe so high. Anybody over there? All right. I'm going to ask for a message for Ruthie, and then I'm going to ask for a message for myself. Maya, I'm going to ask for me first. So Maya, which deck should we pick for Ruthie since she chose your deck? We have the unicorns. We have I'm taking this one for me.
Of course you are.
We have the sacred forest. We have the saints and angels. We have the romance angels, and we have the magical fairies, and we have my deck. So which deck do you choose for Ruthie? And I'm going to be shuffling away if I get an answer from her before I get my message, because I don't ever choose the message. Spirit always pulls it out for me. If I hear what her response is, I'll give it to her. Correct for neutrality. What is my message, Spirit? What is in my highest and greatest good? Wow, guys, we've been on for 2.5 hours. Good Lord. We're ready to wrap. It's a lot. Correct for neutrality. I appreciate the ones who have stayed with us this whole time. My goodness. Thank you so much. I mean, others can go back and listen if they want. And I generally put timestamps for the cards not for the personal cards, but for the main general cards. Romance for her too. Okay, she's giving you an out. Romance or the unicorns?
Oh no, definitely romance.
Ah! And I got mine too at the same time. So mine flew out when she got unicorns. And Jenny says, Jenny, what about you? I haven't read for Jenny. Unicorns for you, Ruthie.
Oh, okay.
No, we're gonna ask. I'm gonna ask my higher self. Correct for neutrality. Because that's how fast I forget what I'm looking at in front of me. I'm channeling so much that I have no idea which is. I've got my eyes closed. P.S. That one. Okay, unicorns. It is. Haha, Maya. Okay, correct for neutrality on all levels. Something about so Maya just said probably unicorns. Correct for neutrality. Something about loving her parents came out. Parents did the best they could, but it was kind of like a half-hearted message, so it wasn't the primary message. So for Ruthie, what is in the highest? Ooh. Oh, no doubt, unicorn. Ruthie, you are a healer. What have I told you? See, Spirit is backing me up. This woman is a healer. I think we all need the romance cards. Okay, Jenny's getting romance. So shuffle the cards for Jenny.
Okay.
Jenny is all of our mutual friend. So you have the power to help and heal others. She also has the power to help heal herself. She is a Lyran starseed who is allergic to cats, and I have 11 cats. I have carpet in my house, which is a nightmare. I just purchased a whole bunch of air purifiers because Ruthie has allergy attacks. She has the ability to heal herself. That needs to go. That needs to stop. So healer, heal thyself is my first message because it makes it very inconvenient and very uncomfortable for her. But what I like most of all is that Spirit is backing me up. Spirit is confirming that when I say that Ruthie is actually doing the work and she's actually a healer, she is. That's what comes out. So you can trust her. If you trust God and angels and your highest self, you can trust that Ruthie is a healer. So she can help. And what's interesting is she said to me, she knew she was a healer, but she didn't know that she could heal animals. And she's been working with Monkey Merlin, and Maya's been working with Monkey Merlin. And I said, of course you can, because look at her. She's helping this little yearling. Think about that. A baby horse, my little baby. She's helping him, and he's all curled up, right? He's all curled up. Also, when she helps me, it helps him. So she also, now this is something that Ruthie and I might have we have a difference of opinion. We agree to disagree on certain things. This message that I'm getting is she's not doing this healing alone. She has divine support. And I don't know how you feel about that, but that's what's loud for me. And I have to speak my truth, and I'm reading for her right now. So she's not doing this alone. She has others to tap into. When she works with me, we work together. When she works with Merlin, he's helping her. And there is a divine father, mother, God. I work with angels and archangels, and she has a difference of opinion in regards to them than I do. But we agree to disagree on that, and that's okay. But they're saying right here something that how I started it. They would like you to turn your healing around on yourself.
Yes.
It's time to heal yourself. It's time to take back your own power and not let what another has said or done cause you to harm yourself in a negative way in order to think about yourself in a positive way. Maya's like, yeah, Jenny. Jenny needs a hot date with her new Sedona outfits. Oh my God, that's so funny. Sedona allows you to dress as you really want to dress, right? Because everybody's so used to. I have to do Jenny. What do we get? Romance? And then we get me. Oh my God, girl. Release your ex. The time has come. Wrap that shit up. Cut the cord. Stop rereading that old story. That story is making you sad. That story needs to go. It's time to rewrite your history, create your legacy and call in what you want. The time has come. The time has come also to clear your energy. They show cords all wrapped around you. So the easiest way to start affirming this and creating this reality is by saying, I take back all of my power and I give you back all of yours. I call Archangel Michael in to help me cut cords because I recognized I put a drum in my bedroom. It's a really cool drum. I had it on my back deck and I was worried about it getting ruined in the weather. And I thought, where does it go? Where does it go? In my bedroom, I have all these cords. I said, God, I've got so many cords. And I thought, ooh, I don't like that message. So I needed to bring all of my cords together and twist them with a twist tie, bring them all together. And I think about my window in my car doesn't roll down properly. And so I'm talking to Archangel Michael energetically. I don't know why it's Michael, it just is. And I said, okay, let's energetically get this together. And Ruthie said, and I've also put my hand over the dial and I said, I love this car. I love this car. I love you. So let's get all these wires together and working in unison. So if you do have cords, make sure that they're all coming together in the right way that it benefits you. We all have cords. We all come in with cords, right? Cords of love can never be cut. So you don't have to worry about that. But these cords are crisscrossing across her body. And it looks to me like she's carrying a backpack with those cards. So you're carrying stuff that you don't have to carry. Do you have anything you want to offer to this?
I think it's very clear, with the card that you pulled for me, heal thyself. I've also been doing this work. I know this work is not fun. I know this work is very necessary. And it's definitely the weight needs to come off. And speaking of weight, that is why I carry this weight, because of an ex. So, so I'm healing the narratives that come with this with this energy.
My turn. My turn. Okay. So I choose the fairy forest because that's my favorite magical place. We have a fairy forest here in Sedona. I'd like to go with the girls to walk that little trail that I told you about in Crescent Moon Ranch that walks along the river.
Love that place.
It's beautiful. It's where we connect with the fairies. So this is ancient oak spirit, and it's speaking about strength. And this is my message. So this is confirmation and admonition. And I take them both, right? Every message has confirmation, but also a lesson to learn in regards to this. There's a golden door in that oak tree. So there are oak trees along it's Oak Creek Canyon. Hello, that's where we're supposed to go. Oh my goddess. Wait, what time is it? Shoot, did I miss the market again? It's over at 3.
Yeah.
I missed the farmer's market. I need bone broth from Monkey Merlin. Damn it. I get so wrapped up in this. He needs that. I'm going to have to go buy a chicken and make my own bone broth. Maybe that's what they're telling me.
Yeah, that's what they're telling me.
Okay. So the number is 2. So 2 can be partnership. It can also be indecision, right? It's also balance. It's this way, that way. So when you go into the forest, Spirit says the oak tree is still and it listens. And Spirit has said for you to listen to the wind in the trees. It's funny because when I walk, that's when I get downloads and I hear Spirit's messages in the trees. The wind just started right then. Somebody's saying, I'm coming back. I can't live without your light. Sin City's cold and lonely. There ain't no one left to judge me. I'm blinded by your light. So this message is about standing strong in your truth. This is what I do. And as an Aries, Spirit picked the right person to do the work that I do because I deliver the message Spirit says to deliver. I don't pussyfoot around. I don't make it softer. It is what it is. I'm the mail lady. It's not my job to decide what you get to hear or not hear. And I have to give these own messages to myself as well. My higher self steps in and says right now, you need to stand in your strength. And you need to also be careful about responding instead of reacting to a situation. Also standing in your truth, right? But it's not necessarily what you say, it's how you say it or the force in which you do. It talks about how a strong wind, we saw the wind that came through, a willow can be flexible with that. And yet an oak tree can lose a branch. So it's about being able to bend, being flexible enough to bend, but also something that may be quite formidable or something that's been long standing can break quite easily when the truth needs to be spoken in a family tree, in a family situation. It becomes a mighty wind, and any weak branches are broken off. And here comes the wind again. So if you don't want to lose a limb, shore up your strength, yourself, stand in your integrity. It talks about a mystical experience is coming ahead. Look at this golden door. There is a mystical experience. I know it's weird because it's the Aries Pisces axis, which is like Aries is the baby of the zodiac and Pisces is the end. There's something happening with those two. The energy around that is intense, especially for me. I already know that. It's literally I'm not going to make it too personal, even though this is my reading. It could be that there's a blockage to come. It could be that whatever blockage comes, you need to get your strength together to push past it. Sherri, believe that you have the strength to do this. Recognize that the energy from the mystical realms, look at the orbs all around this mighty oak. Even the mighty oak once was a baby acorn. There may be a crack in your acorn shell. And we already talked about that last week. Yes, there is. Or actually, I don't know if we talked about it. I did a video on it. I have these two acorns and they both cracked. And I filled one with gold and the other one, and it's still missing a piece. Mine wasn't missing a piece, and you couldn't really see that it was broken. But the fact of the matter was, I got broken too, is the message, right? I got broken too. You weren't the only one that got broken. It hurt me too. And so we have to seal ourselves back up stronger. I didn't throw those acorns away. They were too valuable. So it's a message about fortune as well, because these glowing orbs can be coins, abundance, wealth coming, wealth of knowledge. Also recognize that whatever challenges we do have, they're the stepping stones to our success in the future. Basically stand firm and rooted where you are. I love that message. So for myself, am I moving? That was what I kept wondering. No, Spirit says stand firmly where you are rooted. I stay here. Yay. That's what I wanted. And the fact is that when I speak my truth, I am being intuitively guided in the right direction. So I'm getting confirmation that the truth that I spoke was correct. And it took courage to do it. And I'm getting a high five. So thank you, Spirit. But I can work on my delivery.
Mic drop.
What?
Mic drop.
Mic drop. Okay. Hi, Katie. You missed the whole freaking reading. And you were in the reading. As Archangel Jophiel, go back and read or watch it to get your message. Jenny needs a hot date with her new Sedona outfit. I need a double date with Zoe. How about a quadruple date? How about all of us get one? We all want one. We're all ready. All right. I think we're going to call it a day because I missed my freaking market and Monkey Merlin doesn't get any. I think we need to go walk in the fairy forest and maybe go get a chicken. I'm a vegetarian, but my cats are not. So I think we're going to call it a wrap. I'm going to say thank you so much for everybody. And I see the number 4. So angels are with you, all around you, completely guiding and protecting and loving you. And they're making themselves known right now. They could be in the form of earth angels. They could be in the form of spirit. So thank you for being with me and helping me, Ruthie. Ruthie, we are boiling to death and we are both refried bean and we're hungry. Yes. So love you. Love you. Thank you for being with us. You want to say goodbye to the YouTube channel? I hope this comes through and works out well. And we'll see you. It's every Sunday at 1:00 and less posted as different. But that's what we bring forward. And this is our gift to you. It obviously took a lot of energy from both of us. And but it's our path. It's our purpose. And I love what I do personally.
Sending love from Sedona.
From the Magic Kingdom.
From the Magic Kingdom.
From the Magic Kingdom. From 2 rainbow unicorns and a flying Pegasus. Love you. Oh, if I can help you with a private reading, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is Sherri, Sherri, Columbus, which I think I'm going to change soon, at yahoo.com. I don't resonate with Columbus. It was my name for 1 year, and I kept it because it's my son's last name. Spirit said I'm going to change my name. It's coming soon. So I may just drop the Columbus and just go Sherri Laren. I kind of like it. Yeah. Or
your grandmother's.
My mother's birth name and my grandmother's married name and my cousin's name that I grew up with. I grew up with everyone with the same last name, and it was Leishon, and it's spelled Leyshon. It's Welsh, and I am the fairy godmother of the Sycamore Garden House. So the Welsh is very prevalent with me, and it's funny because the Americans say Leishon, which is incorrect. The Welsh say Leishon, but the way my highest presents it is Leishon. So we'll see if I'm going to be Sherri Laren or Sherri Leishon. We'll see. I'm not taking another man's name. That's a fact. All right. Love you. Bye. Goodbye. I don't know how to end this. End this right here. End stream.